Sorry, I had my head down. I was just sharing out.
You there? Sorry.
Yes,
Seems
I'm
a
here.
bit laggy. Yeah,
Huh?
that's better. That's better. It was lagging at first when it first started. It was just lagging.
Okay.
Mm.
So let me know if it does lag because
Mm.
I'll turn off the background music.
Yeah, it's easy.
All right.
I'm just going to quickly share out.
Yeah, you share out because I've already done it. I was doing it while the live was being put to air. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Holly Watson. How are you? How you feeling, Sonia? Be right back. Oh, she comes in, says hello, and then she goes again. Be right back. Okay, Sonia, be right back. Don't forget to go and get me a cup of tea too, please. That's good, Holly. Glad to hear it. So please don't forget to like the live at the top here. You may not be able to see it, but just don't forget to go in and like the live. If you can minimize it on your phone or something like that, and then just like or care or put the thumbs up for the live, that would be great. And also, if you could just send the love hearts across the screen anytime you can, that would also be great as well. That gets me out there and it gets the word out. Jojo, hello, how are you? I don't believe I've read for you before, have I? Hey Liz, how are you? Just put a few of you up here, just to say hello. We've got the viewers are rising. Please don't forget to like or love the live. Hi Rebecca, how you doing? So if anybody would like a free, not a free reading, if anybody would like an in-depth reading, I'll just put in the comments and I'll pin it so that you know where where you can post it to or where you can send it to. Sorry, I can't talk and do something at the same time. That's real bad, isn't it? Now I'm going to pin that so that it doesn't get lost. Pin comment. So that should stay at the bottom there. Hopefully it will stay at the bottom. So to all the newbies, where are you from? Not that I'm going to remember, but it would be really nice to know where you're all from. And particularly, if you are new, where did you find the live? Where did you find our live? I'm actually going to put Locky. Where are you? Haven't got you in the... I might have to just edit. Can you just have a chat for a second while I edit the title?
Western Sydney. Oh, nice. Nice. How did everyone stumble across the live? Isn't the 7 in the background? That's okay, Liz. Hazzy. Oh, nice. Oh. Lightning. Sorry, I was just waiting for the bang. I just seen it through my window.
Oh, did you? Oh, I want...
Can you hear that?
No.
Can you not hear that? Oh, shit.
Hang on.
Lightning. That's good. Fun.
No, I can't hear anything.
I just died down. It was big just a second.
Oh. Well, have you looked at the bomb to see where it is? I'm just looking at it now.
Probably gone right past the house.
It's just about ended for you. You're getting it, and it looks like it might last another 10 minutes, and then that will be it. That was a real anticlimax, wasn't it?
Disappointing.
So Holly, when you said you stumbled across it on Facebook, how did you stumble on it? Were you just flicking through Facebook or something, or I'm just interested to know where you guys got me from. Thank you, Sonia. And as for Jody, found live on Facebook. So whereabouts on Facebook did you find it? And Holly is from Tassie. Didn't get paid readings this week. Can't afford a reading right now. That's okay, Liz. Just glad to have you in the chat. Or you showed up in my feed, but I think it was a search result. Liz, but you're already following my page and you already liked my page. If you've liked and followed my page, it will come up in your feed somewhere, but I'm more interested to know where the new ones, actually where they came through. Hey, Annette, how you doing? Randomly stumbled on Facebook. Is Sonia in my watch live feed? Okay, all right.
So I think she might have just been like scrolling through lives
Yeah.
on Facebook and seeing. That's cool. That's good. That's good to know.
No, that is how I found you the first. Okay. Oh, I see, Liz. I got you. I get you. On live feed, I think, just scrolling live feed. So there must be I have to look at this later because I don't use that one at all. I very rarely use that. Maybe it's because I get enough as it is already.
Yeah.
Don't forget to share us out, guys. And if you would like an in-depth reading, I have pinned the PayPal destination at the bottom of the chat. So just go in there, and all donations will be divided by the two of us on the page. We may have another guest on in about, I don't know how long it might be, but maybe be here for about half an hour or so. Mila's saying hello to you. Hello, Mila.
Hey, Mila.
Yeah. Oh, which reminds me, I better do the invite, don't I?
It's still lightning. I can see it in the corner of my eye, just through my window, just a little bit.
Oh,
yeah.
Is the curtain open?
No, it's like closed, but I can just see it, little bits flashing here and there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I missed you too, Mila.
Hang on. Shit. Can I do that?
I've been very happy a lot. That's so good. That's what you want. That's what you want. Come here. Oh, nice.
All right. All that is done. It is done. Have you've sent it out to your page?
Yeah.
Too scared to have it? No, you can't be too scared to have it open, Sonia. No. You see, I have this theory that animals usually are afraid of thunders and lightning and storms because their owners are. And I absolutely love storms, and my dogs don't have an issue with it. They'll go outside. Actually, no, I tell a lie. Charlie, because she didn't know what rain was, I took her outside one day and it was raining. I had my umbrella, but she had to go to the toilet. So I put her down on the ground. I said, now go to the toilet. She's sitting there. She didn't know what was hitting her back. And she kept
Did you send me that video?
Hey?
Did you send that video to me?
I sent another video, but that was on the same grounds. But it was cute. It was as cute as. I'm a wreck in the storm. Why, Sonia? They're not going to hurt you, darling. Well, I could say the same about my fears, so I'm not. I'll take that back.
Just when I just hate the loud bangs, random loud bangs that just vibrate the house and stuff. I love it, but it scares the shit out of me. Gets me every time.
Yeah. Well, it does. It scares the shit out of me. It scares my body. It doesn't scare me.
Yeah.
I remember when I was living up the hills, we didn't have made roads up there. They were all dirt roads. And, of course, we were on the downside in a corner, so all of the rain kept coming onto my property. And I had to get out there every single time and dig ditches and dig pathways for the water to go. And this particular day, I kind of thought, shit, I better hurry and get to the other end of the road so that I can figure out where to send this water. And as I was running, I seriously, I have never been so close to a clap of thunder than this particular day. It felt like it was right above my head. And I just
Oh.
absolutely, yeah. And ever since then, not even a problem.
There's one, I remember Mum, she'll have to tell you the story one day, but she'll remember just lightning strike one day and I screamed. I was only young, but I remember it like just, oh, yuck, that was bad. That's traumatized me ever since. This one time, it shook the house. It was like crazy. That was, I think, the same storm as the Pashabolka, the ship that washed ashore on the
Yeah,
beach, the one
yeah,
that showed you not long ago.
yes.
Same storm, and that lightning there.
Ah,
That lightning scared the shit out of me that time.
ah. Liz, what do you mean did I do a past life regression yet? For me, it was linked to Atlantis. Not quite sure what you mean by that. Did you ask me to do one for you? Or was I supposed to do one for myself? Hey, Ange, how are you?
Hey.
Hi, guys. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you at East. Yes, it is Good Friday here. Is there a long line? No, there's not, Jenny Sky. So you would be the first one if you popped your donation in. The link is at the bottom of the chat. So you will be the first one in line. So pop it through if you need to or want to.
What's everyone's plans for Easter? What is yours, Caroline?
I've got the family coming over on Sunday. But that's it. That's it. It's usually just for the kids. I mean, my kids are grown up, so it's not really the same. I love the chocolate though.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good excuse to eat lots of it. Hey.
Yeah, it is. So long as I can sleep. So what I have to do is eat it at lunchtime. So by the time I go to bed, I'm not all hyped up with ADHD. On my way to work, I'll be listening. Liz, I answered. I see. Okay. All right. Gotcha, Liz. Caroline, do you do past life regressions? No, I don't. Annette. I would love to learn how to do it, but no, I don't do them myself. I have been through a past life regression. A couple. They were very interesting. When we reply to each other, we see what we are commenting. I'll just turn that down.
Hey, Denise.
Okay, somebody just put through a donation, but it needs to be a tad more than that. Whoever put that through, it's not quite enough. It's usually $15 US. So that's probably around about the equivalent of $20 Australian. So if you want to pop that through, I think it was Jennifer. Sorry, that was me. I'm just struggling. I'll keep. Okay, all right then. We are travelling up the country tomorrow. We was going today, but didn't go over the storm warnings. Where was Joe's? Did you say before where she was from?
Pretty sure she mentioned it, but I forget.
Joe's. Where are you from, Jody? Joe's?
She's around near where I am. She's probably glad that she did. That hail was like, that was all in the country. Like, did you see all like the countrysides was just? Oh, she's from Sydney.
Okay, so just let me get this in here. Okay. Mila. And the other one was Jennifer Martin. I'll just put you in, Jenny. and we'll wait for the rest of it to come through. That was an absolutely massive. Did you see the donation that Lynn put through for the anti-child trafficking?
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't know you could see how much she actually.
No, I didn't. I didn't say how much it was, but
Yeah.
it was just massive.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Shit. God,
Oh,
she's a good person. Like
yeah,
she's
she is.
nice.
Yeah,
Such a
she
nice
is.
person. I reckon
That's
she'd be cool just to have like I don't know, chill around a bonfire or something, just talking. Like I reckon she'd have just like that
yeah, yeah.
mindset where like what is it, conspiracy theory almost? I
Yes,
reckon it
yeah.
should be cool mindset almost. I reckon. Mhm.
All right, let's have a look at this. All right, okay. Right. Okay. That's okay, Jen. I got it. All right. So, let's just do a few small readings for the time being, and just to get into the swing of things. Um, uh, I can just whoever's here, Locky. If you're drawn to somebody, you can just do a very quick reading for them. But we've got Mila and Jenny Sky that have paid. Happy Good Friday, Wendy.
Good fun. Yeah, I don't even know what I know. I remember Easter has always had too many days of a holidays. If I remember it with
Yeah,
haze and stuff, it always bugged me. Sorry.
that's all right. It's good. It's good for people, but I actually forgot. I was trying to make an appointment for to have a scan done today, and they kept on
Mm.
saying to me, "We're closed for business." And I'm thinking, "Hang on a minute. It's only 9:45. Why is it shut?" And then I rang up
Mm.
another place, and and it said, "We're closed for Good Friday." And I thought, "Shit, that's."
Ah.
Hang on a minute. And
And a PT. I don't know why I drawn to Annette, but I keep feeling that like Annette's going to be finding looking at the smaller things in life. Does that make sense? So I see Annette walking down a footpath and looking at like the little things in her path. And I just feel like with Annette, I just want to say that I feel right now you're going to be satisfied from the little things in life. And I don't know. Sorry. I just see Annette enjoying the little things in life. That's how I can explain it. She's just enjoying the little things in life. And I see her just picking at the little things in life and being really satisfied. Yeah, yeah. I see just like her being Annette being very content and being on a very set good path. Does that make
yeah,
sense? With just
yes,
really really enjoying just smiling from just things that little things, just little things are making her smile now. And I just
yeah,
see her being more content and walking with a smile. And it's just really like nice to see and seeing her having that clearer mindset and being able to enjoy the
yeah.
little things in life is just a relief. And just want to acknowledge that and say, like, good job. Stay in that mindset of enjoying the little things in life. And it's keeping her motivated, like keeping you motivated in all the chaos, enjoying the little things in life, if that makes sense.
Oh, that's
Perfect.
great,
Oh,
and that's really good. Patience it really is a virtue. It really is, and not a lot of us
mm,
subscribe to patience. It's just not. It takes a
yeah.
really long time to learn patience.
Mm, oh,
So when Annette, you said something before about you had such a hard time getting your license and told me to go a different route. What did was it we who said that or I that said that? What was the different route? What do you mean by that? I now have the freedom and the PT Cruiser. Whoa, nice, hey. So just expand on that a little bit more. I haven't moved yet, and it says Maggie says she hasn't moved yet. They are screwing me around. You will move, Maggie, Margaret. You will move.
mm,
will move. Just stay positive, all right? And try not to get into that egoic sense, that egoic side of us that can get triggered, all right? It will happen. And if it doesn't happen, you know where to go.
Someone's got like a headache. Sorry. Someone's got like I feel like someone's definitely got a headache.
Who's got the headache?
Side, and like sort of in the side of my neck, like shoulder, neck, side of my head. Almost like a sharp.
Oh, that's lovely, Liz. That's lovely. We haven't moved yet. It's going around me. Sonia.
True. Oh.
Zoe Maria, hello, how are you?
Hey.
She says she also has one, and Liz always says it could be her as well. It was you, Caroline's. You said what I'm trying wasn't working. Go a different route. Locky told me to have patience. Okay, good.
Oh, sweet.
Good.
And that's probably where they're like enjoying the little things in life. Like, look where it's got you, enjoying like the I see her being cozy within herself. Does that make sense? Like,
oh yeah,
yeah,
it does.
I don't know whose season's now turning into like winter and autumn, but like, have you noticed the change in season from hot to cold?
Yeah, we're going into autumn.
I love it. Like, I love it. We're already in autumn, aren't we? Halfway.
Yeah, yes. Well, 7th of the 4th. No, hang on, wait a minute. I don't know the seasons. I don't know when they start. No, I just know that it's changing. Is my voice loud?
No, is mine? I don't know.
No, yours isn't. Is mine?
No, not really.
Okay, all right. Zoe Maria Loy, for some reason, I've picked you out before we go into the readings. I'm being asked to tell you that you need to spend a little bit of quality time on your own, Zoe Maria, because there's too much. Well, for the lack of a better word or the want of a better word, they're saying too much life is happening for you and you need to slow down. So they're asking you if you can, I don't know if you meditate or not, but they're asking you to just slow down a little bit because life feels very hectic. And yeah, it's just you need to go into a space for yourself and just recap on things and just see where you are actually at and take a breath. Take a breath. So I hope that helps you, Zoe Maria.
It's like try to step out of the chaos of life to recenter your mindset in a way.
Yeah, I'm going to start in May, I think. May, June, July, August. I don't know. Guys, you're going to have to look it up. Can somebody look up the seasons in Australia for me, please, when they start and when they stop? So true, life is hectic and stressful. Yeah, okay. So just they're asking you to slow it down, okay? So when we do readings, we pick up messages from source, from our guides or your guides, and they're just asking you to slow down a little bit because it feels like you're running ahead of yourself. It feels like it's going way too quickly. So just slow it down. There's also a friend that needs your friendship at the moment, Zoe Maria. Somebody needs you. Somebody outside of your family, a friend needs you and may not even know that they need you. So just make sure, maybe that's why they're asking you to slow down so that you can see that they need you. Anyway, that's a very short reading for you. If you want more in depth, just let us know and you can pop your donation through. Neela's back. Okay, so unless you've got another one that you wanted to pick up, we can do Mila first or Jenny. It makes no difference because they all put in the money at the same time. June to August is winter. Okay, there you go. May, June. So we're in the second month. You were right, Locky. The second month. We're into the second month of autumn at the moment.
Sweet. Well, it's going quick. I can't wait for it to be freezing. Like, I want just a
Just
day
come
where
my
you're like, ooh,
Just come down my way. We can
Yeah,
have
I
a
know, right?
Tuesday together.
Well, you could probably drive somewhere where it snows if
Oh,
you
yeah, no,
could be
I don't.
bothered.
No, it's not that I can be bothered. I don't do snow. I must have
I,
had. I don't know. I can't. I've never taken my kids to the snow
oh, really? No,
ever.
mum's never taken me either. I just know
Yeah.
from school it was like exhausting and it was cold and it was like
Yes.
it was
Yes.
wet
Uh,
and the sun was bright because of the snow. I remember that. Oh,
um, okay, so Jenny, would you like us to do your reading first? Then I'm not staying up before I put my daughter to bed. What does that mean? I'm not staying up before I put my
I am
daughter.
staying up before she said
Huh?
I am
Oh,
staying up, I mean, yeah.
I'm staying up before I put my. So would you?
Yes.
Okay,
She,
so she wants
yeah.
it now. All right. Let's
Okay.
do this. Locky. Let's do Jenny. Jenny, do you have any particular questions that you'd like to ask? Thank you, Mila. Anybody else like to put in their donations? Please do. Jenny. Does Jenny need to know? Are you having trouble with your right leg, Jenny? It could be your left leg, but I usually get it on the opposite side. So I just feel like that there's some sort of energy that you've got in your body that's triggering or manifesting a pain or a dull ache in one of your legs. Okay, Margaret. Okay. Not specific question, just general for love and career, and my legs are okay. All right. Okay. The leg, no. The leg, no. Career and love. Okay. All right. Okay. It doesn't feel like it's bad. It just feels like they're just showing me a dull ache. And I can't choose which leg it is because it feels like it's going from one leg to the other. So, it could just possibly be, what they call when kids go through this, a growing pain. But they're just acknowledging that she's got it, or that I thought it was you, but obviously it was your daughter. Um, Not too much to worry about unless she's been corked in the leg or something like that. I don't know whether she does sports or not. The other thing, Jenny, ankle weakness is in her. Okay. All right. All right. Um, okay. So who's the one that has all of the talents spiritually, Jenny? Because it's one of the two of you, and I can't. Where's my book gone? Come on, guys, don't hide it from me, please. Where are you? Ankle weakness. I'll be with you in a minute, Andrew. Jenny. Jenny. Who's the one that's got the talents in the spiritual realm? One of the two of you has that, and I can't pick out who it is. I'm thinking it's more to do with you, me and her. Apparently, could be her more so. She is 10. Well, okay. So they're asking me to tell you whichever one it is, and if it's both of you, to foster this. If she's got it at the age of 10 and you can feel it or you can see it or you can hear it, they want you to foster this because it's going to be an advantage for her. And it's also going to be an advantage for you. All right. These things, they're coming to you and they're wanting you to trust, to trust this more easily. It's like, you don't trust it enough, Jenny. It's I guess it's a little bit like Locky and I and a lot of other people where we don't trust our intuition when it comes through. And it took me a long time to be able to say intuitively what I just said to you. So just make sure that you express it, all right, and that you trust this feeling that's coming through, in particular with your daughter. If she's 10, she needs to think that it's something that's normal instead of being out of the ordinary, because she's going to need it. They're telling me she's going to need it. Um, so just express it. Um, they express it and honor it, and allow the words to come through. They're just standing. Yeah, no, that's okay.
I can see them getting this fluttering feeling, both of them in their chest, like in certain situations, just say they're standing behind someone. I can just see them both getting this like fluttery feeling in their chest, and that's just like their intuition trying to speak. Does that make sense? I see it trying to rise and trying to be spoken.
Okay, I somehow feel my late partner near me, so he helps us too. So is your daughter able to pick up energies from what people call beyond the veil? Is she able to pick this up? Because if she only you, okay, all right, okay, might be a bit distressing for her at the moment, so maybe it isn't a bad thing for you to be able to see it. Okay, so now they're telling me something about there's a little bit of healing to do, Jenny. There's things that you need to go through in order for you to heal some emotional part of yourself. It feels like something is still sad. Something is still sad over a loss. And you mentioned before, maybe that's what's got to do with your late partner. You feel that your partner, the one that's passed over, is around you. They're saying that you've got a little bit of healing to do, and they want you to just nurture yourself with that. It has mild ASD. Okay. Have you got anything
with
Locky?
Yeah, okay. So like I got a few things. I instantly felt this lady in spirit, but she was just telling me, instantly getting this like feeling that things seem to be too much of a routine, if that makes sense. So I see things being too much of a cycle, even though things are different every day. I see things being the same almost. It's hard to explain, but I just see things being a cycle, a routine, and I feel like I just need to kind of step out of the routine to just kind of experience something that I don't experience every other day of the week, if that makes sense. So I don't know if you can see the card, but if you see this, it's all different, but it's all in like a routine, in order, if that makes sense. But I see it being different. So I do see each day for you is different and challenging, but I also see that it's also almost the same kind of thing, if that makes sense. So I do want to say, I feel, sorry, okay, stillness. So I just got stillness really. So I feel like I need to really somehow try do something out of the ordinary to give my, Simone, yeah. So I feel even with your daughter, if you can do this with your daughter, if you can go somewhere where you can go even into nature, even just go into somewhere where it's not so chaotic with people, because I feel like energy can be very overwhelming. So I feel like the best thing would be for you and your daughter to somehow even just go to a park for a while. I'm not sure, but just go somewhere that is nature, not so many people, calming and serene type of area. And I feel like that's just going to kind of give you something out of the norm. Like, sorry, I feel like I need to somehow bring a moment of stillness is what I'm getting. So I feel she needs to try to bring that with her and her daughter, where they can go to the beach and sit in the stillness and the quiet, or, you know, I just need to sit in stillness and quiet. So, and I feel like this is just stepping out of the normal, because the normal seems to be very routinic, rhythmic, and like chaotic. So I'm working or busy or like doing things 24/7. So I kind of need to just give myself that little stillness, and it's going to give you that strength, that little bit of strength to just, you know, instead of doing things like, oh, I need to pick myself up to do this, it's, you know, it's going to just give you the strength where you jump out of bed and do the things you need to do. You know what I mean? Without kind of feeling like you have to drag yourself, like you have to do it. Doing those little stillness moments going to make you want to do everything you were doing in life, if that makes sense. I don't know if
Yeah.
With the love sides of things with Jenny, I'm not too sure if she's in a relationship right now, or if, you know, but I'm seeing like this growth, and I'm seeing it also being from like a word of mouth friendship. Okay, yep. So I do see this growth, and I see it being like almost like from word of mouth from a friend, or a word of mouth like from social media or something. I'm not too sure, but I'm just seeing, you know, like you're hearing of this person from someone else. So I do see there's this energy growing, and there's this energy that's going to build. And with the card confident, I just got told walk in confidence, like be confident in who you are, be proud, and giving yourself stillness is going to give you this more glow, this confident walk to you, and that's going to also attract. It's like the moth drawn to the light, like,
Yeah.
you know, you're going to be attracting that. So I do feel there's this a lot of like, can sense a lot of chaos, stressful type of situation that I'm going on. I can see like there's a lot of emotions that Jenny is feeling, and I just see Jenny has a lot that she's been working on. I'm just seeing that she's had to work from one thing, and then next thing happens, she has to work through that. The next, it's like a constant having to work through something. Once it's finished, having to work through it again. But I keep saying, once you do this once you get this stillness for yourself, even for an hour, I get that you're going to be a lot like thankful. And you see this card, I see taming the mindset. That's how I see the card. Like the hand is taming the mindset. That's just how I see it. So you're going to be thankful about giving yourself this stillness. You've tamed your mindset to give and receiving this wisdom. Like if you see this wisdom, and I see this maternal wisdom as well. So I see this being parenting wisdom as well. I just see you giving yourself this stillness is just going to give you this like gratefulness with everything in life, and that wisdom. So that maternal wisdom. Why do I keep going to maternal wisdom? Do you have anything you want to say why I try to focus?
No, that eternal wisdom I think is coming from, you know, from this healing thing, because I'm actually picking up that she's got a lot of support from the other side here, and she's talking about her partner coming in, and you know, and I think that her partner is actually supporting her through the best way he possibly can. You've got a very powerful team there. There's a lot of members of your team that you've got around you, like it's your partner, a lot of benevolent beings. They're surrounding you, that they love you all the time, and what they're wanting to do is support you through that. It feels like it's a comfort to you, Jenny. It feels very comforting to be able to get that support that you've got, and particularly for you because you know what's happening, all right? And if you can feel your partner around you, that's got to be a blessing for you, even though you can't touch him, or you can still feel that he's there. And if you sense that he's there, you just stay with that, because you know you're getting that support that you need. Have you figured it out yet?
The maternal wisdom. I just see higher knowledge. Like I do see it, and I do see her. The way I see is caring. It's growth for other people. So I feel like she's got this wisdom that is like motherly wisdom, where you've got it too, Caroline, where you can bring people like motherly knowledge, motherly comfort, motherly. I just feel like Jenny can do this with this like motherly wisdom. Does that make sense? It's like
Yes.
nurture. She can nurture someone. It doesn't have to be her own child to be a greater person, if that makes sense.
Yep. Yep. Hi, Brianna. Sorry, Jenny, they just come through and told me that he was your soulmate. And he still is your soulmate. We can all, and bearing this in mind, Jenny, that if you are asking about love as well as career, I'm being told that, you can have more than one soulmate in your life. All right. So don't ever forget that. So far as there is a new person coming in. Locky's picked that up, and I think I've picked that up as well through the friendship card. He may already be around you at the moment. And I haven't really touched much on the career aspect of things because they're saying that you need to just take things slowly and get to know yourself and your world again because you have lost a lot. I'm a nurturer who comes, people. Yes. Okay. You'll gravitate to the right job, Jenny. Why do I want to call you Jen? I don't call people by half names. I mean, the fact that I call Locky was because I met him as Locky, not Lachlan. So it's a little bit hard for me to say Lachlan. But, I see you as Jenny on the screen, but I want to call you Jen. Who called you Jen? Somebody calls you Jen. Jen, they're saying. Jen. It's just, he called you Jen. Did he call you Jen? Who called you Jen? It's really weird. It's like a pet nickname or pet something or other. I don't know whether it was your parents or whether it was him, but it feels like Jen.
Going back to that fluttery feeling in the chest, I'm not too sure if it's like standing behind someone or like,
before, and I wrote it down and I thought to myself it was anxiety.
I feel like I got to breathe through it. And if I breathe through it, I feel like that's when I'm also going to be receiving like messages and stuff. But I feel this fluttery where I'm like, and I've got to breathe it out to relax it. Because
well, I got that before, and I wrote it down here, and I've got I actually wrote down the words overwhelming anxiety because as I was writing it was kind of like that flutter that you're talking about felt like my heart was just like pounding really quickly, and I had to slow my breathing down to stop it. Like
that's what I was feeling before. And I feel like this is around people. Like I see it when she's standing maybe behind someone. She just gets this big rush of like feeling. I feel like I see it because she really picks up on, I would say, like if she goes to the shop, I would say going grocery shopping or something like that would really set off this fluttery feeling that I'm getting. It's making me want to tremor when I'm talk. Does that make sense? Like, like I'm just like, I know I feel like I'm speaking normally, but I also feel like it doesn't sound right.
No, I understand. It feels very, it's targeting your voice. It's targeting that chakra there. Now, I've been asked to, no, not been asked. I actually asked Angie. Angie has put through the rest of your donation, Jenny's. She was kind enough to pop a little bit more through for you so that, because you said that that was all you could afford, she's actually put through a little bit more for you. So that was really lovely. So thank you very much. If you're still here, Angelita Domingos, thank you for putting the balance through for her. It was very kind of you. Jen. Jen Jen. Jen Jen, your dad calls you Jen Jen. He's your biggest supporter. He believes in you. Okay, so I don't know why I'm swapping over from here, from the supporter thing, but they're telling me that you are some sort of a supervisor, Jenny, that you have some sort of supervisory position in a job that you're going to go for. It's not like you do, even if you do the 9 to 5 job, it's something where you will be a supervisor in, because you direct people well, you communicate with people well. Everything is going to fall into place for you. You just take things a little bit slowly. There she is. There she is. So thank you, Angie, for that. And just before anybody picks me up on that, I knew Angelita as Angie before. So yes, Tammy, you can. The link is in the bottom. Just make sure that it's the equivalent of around 20 Australian dollars, please. That would be great. Or 15 US dollars. It makes no difference. All right. So Jenny. Hang on a minute.
The main thing I want to say is the more Jenny, it just took me back to like pattern, rhythm, like cycles in a row. I was trying to say something, but then I just seen things in a row in a cycle. So, but the more she brings stillness into her life, the more inspired she's going to be to do what she feels is chores in life, is what I'm going to say. So try bring in that stillness, and it's going to give you that more inspiration to, do that. And I see you being inspired not only raises your vibration, but it raises a lot of people around you. So but the way I see that, I just see bringing light into her life isn't only bringing light into her own life. Does that make sense? I see she just raises so much vibrations, and she needs to take time. She needs to take time for herself because she's picking up so much energy from other people, I feel. And she definitely needs to take time to herself, so that way she can continue to be like so nurturing and so comforting, without it feeling like a chore or being exhausting. If that makes sense.
All right. Yeah. That's basically all I have for you, Jen. This kind of Jen. They kind of shut the door in my face like they usually do when that means that it's enough. Thank you for allowing us into your energy. And Angie, thank you for sending through the balance of the donation for her reading. That was lovely of you to do that. We might even use maybe a little bit of it for later. She says she's exhausted. Yeah, I think mentally exhausted, emotionally exhausted, and that's causing physical exhaustion. So, yeah.
She has to do a lot for a lot of people, I see. And like, it's like she seems to have a lot of responsibility, and that's got to be exhausting. And you definitely got to make sure you take time of yourself to, be able to keep doing that without it feeling so exhausting,
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'll just pick that up in a second. Now, while we have another guest here in the background who is going to be with us for about half an hour or so. So, welcome, Andrew.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey.
Hi, Locky. Hi, Caroline.
How have you been?
How you doing?
I'm good, and both of you. I saw Caroline today, so.
Yeah, no, I missed that because I was cleaning. Great.
What did you eat, Andrew? Because we both had spaghetti bolognese up at both ends of the country.
I had McDonald's. I had fillet of fish.
Oh, no way!
I did because because it's Good Friday, so I have to not eat meat.
True.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Same.
It's been a tradition type of just type of thing that we're doing. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Angelita. Hi, Tammy. I think her name is Tammy. Yeah.
Yes, Tammy's going to have a reading as well. She just put through a donation, so that's good. So we're up to Mila now. Is Mila here? Mila.
I just got the biggest smell of rosemary. I don't know why, but I feel like I've just like eating it off the plant. I don't. I just I just smelled my cards. I was like, is that rosemary? Like, I could just smell it. I feel like I'm chewing on it. I don't know. It's everywhere.
My little Charlie does that. She goes out and she jumps into my garden. I've got a great big rosemary bush. And every time she comes in, she comes tearing into the lounge room, jumps straight up onto the couch, into my lap, and that's the first thing I can smell is rosemary.
Ooh. I like the smell, but when it's so much in your face, oh.
Okay. So Mila says she wants to pay it forward. Okay. All right, Mila, that's lovely of you. Didn't she pay another one forward today through your live? She did. Mila. All right, Mila, you get to choose how you want to pay it forward. People that are in the background there, I can see a number of you in the background. If you are new to my live, can you please pop your name up, because we are going to be giving away an in-depth reading courtesy of Mila Lindau. I should say Landau. I always say that. Always say it wrong. So if you're there, Tammy, I've got you up because you've put through a donation, so you're going to be up next, and then we will do Mila's reading. Pay it forward.
I'm just gonna quickly top up my coffee.
Yeah. So who in the background? I can see a number of you. There's about 15 or 16 of you in the background there. So come say hello. Oh, God, here we go.
Step into the light. Come through. Come on, viewers.
Oh my gosh. Okay, keep coming, guys. I know there's some newbies in the background there. Rough. Yeah, exactly. New. Don't forget to like the page, Tammy. Like the page or follow the page that you're on at the moment. And also you can follow Locky's page, which I haven't put up there in the comments because I didn't put his bio up there either. Natasha. Hey, Caroline just joined. Hope you're all... Yes, I am well. Thank you, Natasha. Come say hello, Joshfina. It's been a while since I've seen you. How are you? I can't help it, Caroline. I feel someone needs it more than me. Okay. All right. Okay. So, Mila, I'm asking people to put their name up. Now, don't pick Tammy because Tammy has actually put a donation through. Just have a look through the comments because they're still writing them up now. Just let me know which one you feel with your intuitive skills, Mila, that needs this reading. Just let us know. And if you can't choose, that's fine. We will work a way around that. Hello, Chandra. How are you? Maggie's reading, thank you. Maggie's reading. Oh, okay. So you want Maggie to have the reading. You want Margaret to have the reading, do you? Have I got that right, Maggie? Mila? Maggie, Mila, Margaret, Matthew. Any more M's here? So for Margaret, Mila. Shit. Here he goes. Oh, okay, all right, okay. So, guys, write your name up in there if you would like an in-depth reading. Just let us know because Mila's paying it forward. You're confusing me. I'm so sorry, darling. Hi, Becky. How are you? Osborne, hello. Keep writing up the same quote, people. Huh?
Hello, Deborah.
Mila's going to choose somebody. That one flew out of the deck at me. That was weird. Somebody is completing a karmic cycle. I don't know who this person is. Maybe it's the person that we're going to be giving a reading to, because it flew out at me. Come on, Mila, make your mind up, woman. Who is it going to be? Who would you like it to be? Is it only for newbies? No, it's not just for newbies. Whoever hasn't had a reading from us for a long time. Ash? So, Mila, just choose somebody, and you can even message it to me if you like.
Natasha Lum.
Oh, I missed it. Okay. Natasha Lum, are you still here? Natasha! Ash Sini. Is it Sini or Kinney? Sini. It feels like Sini. Ash Sini.
I think it's Sini.
Sini, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Had a confusing reading 2 weeks ago, but I paid for it. Sorry, Liz? What do you mean? Was that from somebody else or from me? Focus, Caroline. I'm trying to, Mila. I'm trying. Trying. Oh, cool. It's been a long time. Okay, that's fine. You can pop through a donation if you want to, Ash. That's all good. So, Natasha, where are you? Are you still here? Give me plan B, please, Mila. I'm not sure that Natasha is still here. Yes, thank you so much. I was just about to suggest that, because this is the card I'm pretty sure has to do with you, Ash. This karmic cycle. Something's going on with you. Thank you, Mila. You're coming into some sort of karmic cycle where the contract or the debt from your past is going to be paid off. They're kind of telling me that it's some sort of really challenging situation for you, Ash. Just let us know that you're here. Thank you, Mila. I knew that card was a message for me. Yeah. You've got some sort of karmics, and it flew out of the deck at me, Ash, and I knew it was, they said to me, it's for the next person, the next one that comes through. So, it could have been something that you've been facing over the last couple of months or last 6 months that you've been confronted with, that you need to address differently, that you actually have been stuck in or still sitting in or just completed, Ash. That's what they're telling me with this one. So, we've always got lessons going on in our life, but this has got to do with a karmic completion, a karmic cycle that you're going through. So it's and they're also telling me that once you've learned this, once you've completed that particular karmic cycle, the lessons will still come, but they will just be a little bit different, but they're just going to keep a check on you to make sure that it's been learned. So just let me know if that's what you're picking up. It's kind of like the karmic completion is kind of like that wheel of fortune, where everything that goes up has to come down, and everything you just need to be able to flow with things. And they're asking you to adapt to challenges, adapt to the way life moves, with the highs and lows, just anything that you can do to be different than what you were doing before, Ash. Is that a wedding dress that I can see in the profile picture. That looks very beautiful, Ash. Let us know where you are. It's
Ash is my cousin.
Huh? Oh, is
Ash
she?
is my cousin. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. Okay. So where are you, Ash? Natasha's not.
I'm not too sure like what's going on, but it's like I've been like wishing for something different in the future or holding on to, like, I got the card hope, but when I see this, it's like I'm like, oh, I want this to happen. I want this to happen. Like I'm praying for something to happen. I'm praying for, something different, praying. And with the karmic cycle, when you said that card, I do see she's in like a transitioning stage. So with this like hope card, I see she has hopes for like something in the future. I'm not too sure.
Patience. Did
What
you
was
see
that?
Patience. She's in a transition. Have patience.
And I feel like she has had to deal with that a lot too, having to be patient at the moment, which transitioning is the way I'm seeing it. But then I got the card reliable. So one thing I want to say to you, okay. I see there's a few things with being reliable. I see her moving forward, like in this transition, but I want her to know each step she does take is going to be a reliable step. So she's going to each step is the right step. You know what I mean? There's no wrong step. I feel like there's some sort of doubt with Ash. Like I see tornness or something, but I'm being told no matter what step you take, it's going to be okay. And then I got the unaware, but I got the card satisfied. So I feel like she's unaware of like the satisfied bit, like how satisfied she's going to be when she starts making these steps and these things fall into place. Like I'm seeing it, stepping stones falling into place in her path. So I just see it, this transitioning.
Big transition in me as a person in the last 3 to 6 months. Good. Okay. So this must have something to do with this karmic completion that's going on. They're also telling me that it's very important for you to understand to be compassionate with yourself, because for some reason I'm picking up that you've been very hard on yourself through this transition, and they want you to be a little bit more compassionate towards you yourself, and also to be disciplined with that, because sometimes you tend to slip out of that and you slip back into, I didn't do the right thing, I shouldn't be here, I should be further along than what I am. They want you to be disciplined with that. Andrew, do you have anything? You've been sitting there so very patiently.
Similar to what you guys got, I got the world. So to me, it represents like a karmic cycle that's sort of ending, or any karmic issues that have been resolved. So it's like you come through like a full 360 on a situation that's passed. Stepping back, sort of leading up to this point of, I hate this card because it's a 7 of Swords, which I'm true to that. So it could tell me that that perhaps there's been someone that that's been in the background that perhaps have been a bit maybe dishonest or a bit sneaky, that kind of thing. Whether it's a karmic thing that between you and that person has come to a completion, it's going to lead to a better understanding, clear thinking. So it's a fresh new start in the way you feel about could be past issues with a particular person. I have a feeling that maybe it's a friend or someone around that sort of inner circle of yours. What they're suggesting is that have a whatever comes out or whatever comes through to lead to a fresh new start is to perhaps work on the foundations or work on the building blocks with this person or somebody, not only with this person, but lay down the foundations and the stability moving forward. But I've just have a sort of like a suspicion that perhaps someone previously or someone in the past have done you wrong or have made you not trust them. Whether you confronted them or not, I'm not 100% sure. but there's that sense of completion and that sense of karmic. So you sort of karmic debt. That's what I'm getting, is that any karmic debt that happened, you've sorted out in this present stage. But yeah, they're just saying just to work on the groundwork and stability and the foundations. If you choose to forgive this person or not, perhaps work on those foundations. Yeah, if you wish to move forward with them. That's what I got.
There's a lot of healing happening here, Ash. There's a lot of
renewal and growth.
healing. There's a lot of healing happening here for you, Ash. So just be really gentle on yourself, all right? Really gentle, because it's happening for you, mate. You've got a lot of growth happening here, a lot of healing, a lot of stuff is happening, and it's bringing you to a rebirth of yourself. All right. So just know that all of those things that you've been pushing yourself through, all of those things that you've been feeling out of sorts with, will soon slow down. A few people in different areas and switch something off in me emotionally. I was worried I wasn't going to get the softer care, so I'm back after it. I cut myself off emotionally from everybody for a little while. And this is to do with this healing, and the self-discipline. Okay?
Yeah.
All to do with that. And they're asking you to be compassionate with yourself, because it is and to be patient with yourself, just because it's just coming into a rebirth of who you are. Hi, Marantha.
I think one thing I'm picking up on is that there's because of whatever, I don't know who she is, but it's gonna. What I'm getting is that it's gonna lead to a different perspective for her, a new lease in life, or a different perspective moving forward. She's gonna see, not just see, but not analyze, but what's the word for it? She'll be able to analyze any situation that comes up later with ease, because she has a different perspective on it. So it's leading her into a better mindset. That's where the freshness starts coming from.
Absolutely. Locky, have you got anything else for Ash?
There's a lot of growth within her, and I felt this kind of studyingness, laggingness. I feel like she's maybe kind of afraid to move forward, or kind of afraid to, how would I explain it? Speak up. I'm gonna say speak up. I feel like she's a little bit afraid to kind of voice things fully at the moment, but I sense that's moving along smoothly, and time and patience is the key, and I just sense that renewal is within her, and growth. And I just want to say, I see the old Ash coming back, but the good, even
the good old Ash,
new old Ash, you know what I mean? It's just she's getting a part of herself, but also being such a stronger person, more than she ever has in her life. And I think she's going to appreciate. She's going to realize I've got myself back in a way, and I've also got more of myself than I ever knew I could have, if that makes sense. I just see her being a lot more stronger.
Yep.
And mentally, how would I explain it? Very set to her word. Would that be it? She really, really set to what she wants in her mind. Her mind is very clear, sharp. So I do sense that she's just really moving forward in what she wants, her mindset, her own self. She can understand her. I feel like she's understanding her thoughts and her patterns a lot better too. So I just sense a lot of just clear grounding. And as she's moving forward, she's not just taking steps, she's taken leaps. I can see she's taken leaps as she moves. So she's doing those big steps. Independently growth as well is what I'm saying. Independently growth. That doesn't make sense, but
Ash, those things that you've written down there, what you're wanting yourself to be better at, what you're doing, just, which is what I said to you before, please just enjoy the process, all right? It's not about the outcome. It's not about the end game. It's about the way you handle yourself going through all of this, all right? And as far as the mentor of being a good tarot or medium reader, hey, I'm here. I'm here if you need somebody to talk to. I mean, look at this. Look at these two souls here. You know, hang on a minute. Let me get this right. You know, you've got Locky there. He would be a great person to have as a mentor as well.
Ash and Sean were the people that got me into reading. So Ash is the twin to Sean.
Sorry, what was that?
Ash is a twin to Sean. So you wouldn't have, I don't think you've seen Sean on here, but them two twins have got me. They were the ones who got me onto readings when I was young.
Okay. Well,
I think she should definitely bring that back in, and like I feel like her and Sean had like plans and real big goals with it, and I feel like they should really invest in that as much as they can. Both
absolutely.
of them, they work together. They work together. It's cool, I think, and I think it'd be cool to bring that spiritual side back in more.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm sorry. I just want to say, I want Ash to go somewhere and feel nature like she used to, because she hasn't felt it like she used to in a long time. Because it's like, people have kind of, I don't know, she's just kind of forgot to appreciate nature, or I forgot to appreciate the ground while she's out. It's hard. I get that. I know what it's like when you go out to nature and like, this isn't what I kind of wanted it to feel like. But like, I do, you're going to be getting that with the growth that's about to happen. You're going to be able to connect to that a lot more.
Yep. Absolutely.
Just see it like tuning of a radio of your frequencies in your ear or something. Like tuning.
Okay, well, Ash, you can talk to Locky if you want. You can ask him all about me. He'll tell you if you want to send out you want to message me at all. Just reach out to me, and we'll see what we can do.
I agree.
Yeah. Actually, just hang on 2 seconds. I'll see if I can find you.
I don't know if Ash has been like a cycle as well with me, because I haven't spoken to Ash in a long time. But one thing that I want to say is, if you can, try look into family and not genetics, but family and like relatedness, who's like, just keep, I don't know why, but I've been focused on that a lot lately too. And I just feel like I want to say that you try focus on like family at the moment.
Ash, I can't send you a message because there's no message button there on your profile. I just looked you up there now. So it's going to have to be up to you to send it through to me. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, all three of you. Again, Mila, it was lovely of you to pay it forward. I needed guidance. Beautiful.
I just want to add some to Ash as well. Getting outside is good. Going to, me and Karen speaking about waterfalls today, and all that connecting, going somewhere, not a forest, but going somewhere that's like a rainforest or something along those lines. It's actually quite healing being amongst the trees, and you get that rush or that high frequency. It's like an instant healing feeling, and it's refreshing. So that you said that you may be feeling blocked or feeling that kind of thing. That would assist with the energy flow as well throughout the body. Whenever I get that, I always go to the beach, or I go to a forest of some sort and just spend half a day there.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Hello, Anna. How are you? Ash, I've just put, yes, I know I'm all blue. I know. So is Carly now. She's all blue flame girl. Oh, is she? Oh, really? There you go. I can't help myself. The other, Locky's got some blues and greens up there, and Andrew's got kind of a yellowy, caramel, creamy colour on him. Yeah. Message on someone upstairs has been trying to tell me because they keep throwing trees in my face lately, and I can't work out why. There you go. That's your answer, Ash.
It's the reminding.
Both of them are telling you that. Caramello King. Yeah, yes, he is. Okay. All right. Okay. So reach out to me, Ash. I've sent you my personal profile. Just put I don't do friend requests, so just send a messenger request through, and I'll pick it up on my profile if you want to. Well, you don't have to do it straight away. Just know that it's there. I mean, send a request through. That way, you'll have the chat open to you. All right. Okay. So that was care of Mila for Ash. And now we have we've also got Denise Smith to do. So we've got Tammy now, and then Denise. So Tammy, are you still here? Tammy Esteban. Locky's deep in thought there.
I keep just being like zoning out. I don't know. I just keep zoning out.
Is the lightning and thunder still there?
No, it's not. It's not. This is gonna sound. I don't know what I'm seeing when this happens, but I keep going to this. What I'm gonna say is Nordic visions. I don't know. I'm in just like the scenery of where I'm looking looks Nordic. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what it is, but it's just all these visions. I just keep seeing Nordic videos on YouTube, but I know that's where I'm being taken as well. Like it's been so, and I don't know how to explain it where I'm at. Like it's
sort of Viking stuff.
Kind of, yeah, like that type of stuff. Like it's all just like.
You're not going to believe me. You're not going to believe me if I told you. I've been doing that all week.
Well, it just keeps I keep feeling it, and even like YouTube songs, I've never seen it, but then they just pop up, and I'm like, that's where I keep going. That's where I'm seeing
yes,
that's where I just keep getting drawn into it lately.
Like Helsinki. Like things like Helsinki.
I'm not sure what that is. Sorry.
Helsinki, it's like a city, isn't it? Or a town in is it Norway?
Norway. I'd say it looks something like Norway, somewhere around. That's just where I'm seeing. But it always takes me there, and I don't know why I would be seeing that. It's just
a gateway, maybe a gateway.
Yeah.
Tammy, a card jumped out of the deck for you. What's going on with you and love? What is your question, Tammy? I don't think I've ever read for you before, Tammy, so this is going to be interesting. You got the love card. Oh my God, Charlie. They want you to. Okay, so this might be to do with yourself, Tammy. They're saying that they want you to see things through the eyes of love rather than seeing it the way you have been seeing it. They want you to understand that once you change a mindset from within, that you will actually start to attract that into your life. Is this making any sense to you at all, Tammy? They're wanting you to align yourself with a sense of love, put yourself into that place of love rather than where you have been in the past. So if that, it's the intention of the soul is to create love, is just to come from that place of love so that you can bring it in. All right. They're patting me on the back of my shoulder. They're patting me on my shoulder saying you need to give yourself a bit of credit where credit is due. Credit where credit is due. I just have to write that down because I'm going to forget it. Where credit is due. You don't give yourself enough credit for the milestones, they're saying to me, the milestones that you've made in your life. So what are these milestones? What is it that you are a different person than what you were say a year ago. Noreen, if you'd like to put through a donation, please do. We're doing donated readings at the moment. It's pinned at the bottom of the chat. Just let me know, Tammy. You're a different person than what you were before. They're also asking you to persevere. And I just had a divorce, and I've been married for 25 years. Okay, all right. So that's where they're saying to me that you're a different person than what you were a year ago. All right. So they're saying to bring yourself back into that space of being able to see things in a loving way, because what happened in your marriage, it was a lesson, a life lesson for you, not a lesson as in you've been a naughty girl, but a life lesson for you to learn something from. So, if you were given injustice in your relationship, they're showing you that, that there is justice in this world, and how, or, if you didn't get loved in that relationship, they want you to know that you can still love now. They're showing you the opposite of what happened in the relationship, and that is a way for you to understand the opposites of what happened to you. So they're also telling me that you need to do persevere with what's going on at the moment. I don't know what this is, whether you've said that you've just come out of a relationship, but there is perseverance is what is needed at the moment with you. All right, you need to be able to persevere. You persevere with your dreams, persevere with moving forward, despite the challenges. They're saying such challenges. They're saying such challenges. She needs to pat herself on the back to let her know that you need to acknowledge how far you've grown, how much you've grown. I just need to sit with this, Andrew. Have you got something?
Initially, when she commented in this comment section, not sure if she's spiritually inclined or it's something that she's just starting to get into. I'm getting a sense of Wicca, or I'm getting candles, Wicca, that kind of thing around her. What they're telling me is that there's some shadow work as well that needs to be done or completed. So it's like it's more of a stripping of some layers, a stripping of some things that that needs to come off away from her energy, pretty much. I'm getting that she can be quite misunderstood, and I get that she could be a bit frustrated at times, maybe agitated with things, but generally she keeps the cards close to her heart as well. So because she's so misunderstood, people misunderstand her her agitation with anger or anything like that, but it's actually coming from a place of love. What I'm picking up is that in the present day, she's a bit. There could be a sense of not rigidness, but there's she likes things done a certain way. She likes routine, law, like a bit of order around her. In the past, there was a sense of that she had to make some choices, some decisions. And when I look in the comment section, she said she just had to come out of a divorce. So that explains the pathway for her that she was on. So she got a chariot. So it's the sense of picking, just to go ahead and do it. So there's a bit of procrastination there. What the sort of outcome is that the outcome is saying to her for her to remain calm, have the balanced approach, balance her emotions with some of the they tell me agitation. So there is that balance that she has to find that middle ground and that calmness and stillness in order for her to go to the next sort of step or phase of her energy or life. She'll find, I guess, Tammy, that you'll find solace in going back to the sense of going back to find things that you find that have value in your life, or find things that make you happy, for you to remain grounded and stay in touch with what matters to you. So I think there's a sense of maybe perhaps a bit of not lostness, not lost. What's the word for it? A sense of she might be in a void, or doesn't know where she wants to go or where she wants to move to. But it's the same for her just to revert back, and then she'll find that she'll find herself holding what she holds value to in her life within her grasp, and she's actually quite comfortable and content with her surroundings. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up for her. But a good way for her to perhaps, if she does get be frustrated or agitated a little bit, maybe find maybe doing some grounding exercises as well, and finding out what she's good at when it comes to being out in nature as well. So I've got a sense that, like Ash, she needs to be out in that sort of nature to help with some of that energy release. And I think going back to her divorce, I think that's rattled her a bit, and it's made her have a bit of more of a shorter fuse than normal, because she's gone through a little bit. That's pretty much what I have. So Tammy, just remember to the best way to do it is just calm, balance your emotions out if you can. So I know it's going to be a bit difficult, but find out what makes you happy as a person, and what you hold value. Whether it's, I'm not sure if you have children or anything like that, but find out, new beginnings. So that's what the Knight of Pentacles is suggesting, is that there's going to be that change that's coming through for her. She'll need to find that inner peace, that inner zen. That's a bit cheesy to say, but that's zen within itself. So that's pretty much what I have for her.
Do you have anything, Locky?
Yeah, I got a few. So one thing that really stood out to me was when you said witchcraft, and I was like, that really stood out to me. And I don't know if Tammy does witchcraft or if she is into the spiritual sides of things. But then I also got taken to when she was younger, and when I've seen her when she was younger, I see her with a male spirit around her that I'm not too sure passed before she was born, or someone that passed when she was younger, but I see a male spirit that's just there, and I see she's connected to spiritual sides of things. And when she was a child, I feel may have been in contact with that, and I feel life in a sense got in the way. I would say she kind of, let's just say she got married, and I would say there was the divorce and stuff. I feel life was just pretty chaotic for Tammy in those time frames. But then I just instantly felt my hands just warm, and I just see this amazing energy coming from my hands. And I also felt like this earlier during the day. I noticed my hands were warm, and I felt this energy, and I was like, oh, I feel powerful. So with Tammy, I want to say you do have healing hands, very powerful, energetic hands, energy. I see you just working with this type of energy. Also see you having very strong intention, and it you being able to very manifest very well. So in a sense would be good for witchcraft, in the sense of, manifesting herbs and stuff. I don't know. I just see you being very, I don't know if there's a guide of yours that seems, I just see a guide. It's just this witchy guide around you with just wherever she walks, flowers grows, and just this real stuff. And I see Tammy being one that is real good with that. And I feel misunderstood is what I just got in big capital letters for Tammy. And that's where I think people will be what I'm gonna say is the people that trust you and get to, willing to get to know you are the people that's meant to be in your life, and you're the one who's meant to be there to help them grow, heal. They're meant to so don't worry about if other people that misunderstand you. The people that understand you are the ones meant to be in your life. I do see a lot of growth at this very moment. I see this is where spiritual sides could really start kicking back in, because I sense a lot of independence, and I sense you being very one with your mind. You've had to work with your mind a lot, trying to get through the tough situations you've just had to go through, you know, and I just see right now, I still see we're trying to clear the fog and get the line into place, into your mind. Is just I just see things aligning in your mind. So I still see you doing that, but I do see things falling into place, and I do sense that right now the best I do sense once again try bring stillness into your life, but it's another thing that stillness is. I said earlier to someone else that stillness try bring. I hate saying try bring stillness because I know how chaotic sometimes life can get. Like, I'm not too sure if you have children, but I just know saying this to people, it's like sometimes they have children in their area, the household's chaotic, but I just feel stillness for 20 minutes, half an hour, just stillness for a while. Like, even if it's a short, you know, this is where the possibility card came up. And even though there's chaos, this looks chaotic around them, they still look whole and center and one. And like, you really, like, I just feel really drawn to the person, not the chaos. So when you bring the stillness, you're blocking out that chaos for a bit and you're bringing in room in your mind to look for the possibilities and the good, like, for these things in the future. So, and once again, this helps you get through the chaos that's around you in everyday life, like that 20 minutes of stillness. And one thing I've been saying to a lot of people lately is, how many times in a day do you say you have to do something? How many times in a day do you want to do something? And see what weighs out more. Like, it's you've got to like have at least one thing in a day where you're like, yes, I can't wait to do this. You know, what's the point? You're just doing what you have to get through the day. And that's what I think people need to do, especially with Tammy. It's good to just do something different, something calming, and, you know, hope that makes sense.
I hope that's a good seriously, Tammy. very,
Yeah.
very words here. Very few words here. Yes, yes, no, no, yes, yes, yes. So hard for you. Absolutely. Seriously. Wow.
But I'm getting Maggie was saying something about her being her practicing white rich or that kind of thing. I'm getting more green rich, so I reckon she's good at like I said, it's the herbalism, it's the not like potions or using herbs and
Just say
like kitchen witch or green witch they call them.
earthy. Did you
Earthy.
say something like earthy, like?
Yeah, it's like plant magic, making like, you know, pouches, that kind of stuff. I think that's I feel that's more towards her. That's why I feel like it's near her energy, especially that. You know, it's I don't know much about Wicca. So I just know that there's different types of witchcraft, but I'm getting the green witch, kitchen witch. They're sort of being used independently.
A good one. A good one.
Yeah, good one.
And another thing I just wanted to say, this male in spirit just like quickly came through again and just wanted like showed me when you were young. So I wanted just to ask, like, if there was a male that passed when you were very, very young or just before you were born, because this male seems they're older, but it's hard to toss up because let me just focus on them more. If your dad, was he like still? I don't know. He's showing me himself a bit older, but not old. Like I would say he's showing me himself in like still about 40s. Yeah, okay. I would say he's showing me himself in for some reason around like 40s or 50s, even early. I would say late 40s at the max. Like, you know, I just seeing around that age. So, and the one thing that I just kept seeing was the hands on the shoulders and just, he's very quiet. That's the way I'm seeing, even his energy. Like, I'm putting my ear up to him and I still can't even hear his vibration. He's very soft and quiet, I'm just feeling right now. But he's just holding onto your shoulder and taking each step with you and like not letting you go is the one thing I'm seeing. And, you know, walking like, he's walking. I want to say right now he's walking behind you because he knows you. He knows you. You can walk in confidence. Does that make sense? He doesn't need to walk in front of you to protect you. He's walking behind you because he knows you got your thing. You know, you got life sorted. Like, he knows you're on the right track. So he's but he has been standing in front of you, you know, protecting you at challenging times. But right now he's behind you, still got his hand on your shoulder while you're moving forward, because he knows you've got this, is what I'm going to say.
Hand on the shoulder, and I was saying something about that before. She needs to pat herself on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Hand on the shoulder. Maybe it's him.
Mm.
Mm. Okay. Tammy, do you have any questions? Any questions at all before we move on to Ange? I think no. Denise. Denise Smith is next. So just let us know, Tammy, how you're feeling about this. Okay. On pony. Poiny. Oh, I think you mean point, but that's okay. All right, Tammy, thank you for allowing us into your energy, and thank you for your donation, okay? So now I need to know if Denise Smith is here. Thank you so much, each one of you, everyone. Oh, your blessings. I really appreciate it. You're so welcome, Tammy. Denise Smith, are you here? And then we've got Angelita Domingos, who has put through another donation for herself. Can you send some of that my way too, please, Locky?
Yep. This is one I made myself.
smoke.
It's got like...
There's no smoke.
I know,
need the
really
smoke.
see it.
Oh, is that eucalyptus?
Sorry, I just... indigestion.
Is that eucalyptus?
No, it's sage, but I had... I grew sage and I had a little bit of lemon balm, so I just kind of mixed the both. Just
okay.
But
I practically resined my house out today. I had some resin burning.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how. I want to get into that. Like, I seem weird.
It feels purer.
I went to a shop and they had like just a bag with sage and a whole heap of like stuff you use for resin and stuff like that. Yeah. But the sage was just sticks. There was not a leaf on it, and there was no on the back or on the package. There was no. It's like sage or anything. It just said smudging stick. The lady called up and she's like, "No, it's sage. It's sage." But it was just sticks, like not a single leaf on it. And it was
it small? The twigs or the sticks?
The twigs were like thin and just like
long.
It looked more like rosemary, like without the rosemary pieces, just branched. And I was like, "What?" And I was on the phone to the lady, and she was rude. She was like, "It's sage," and I was like, "That's not sage." Like,
she's probably grown it from home, and it probably hasn't grown properly.
Well, it would have been branch. Like it would have just been branch. That's like,
yeah.
Okay, so Denise isn't answering at the moment. I made sage sticks; they're huge. Sonia, I left a message. Okay, all right. So if Denise doesn't pop on in the next couple of minutes, we'll do Angie, or Ange, or Angelita, as you guys may know her as. Okay, all right. So we'll do Angelita first. You made sage sticks, Sonia. Well, I hope you're selling them. Because if they're that big, you could probably sell them for $20 each. Angie, she wants to be known as Angie. All right, okay, Ange. Ange? Oh, she's just told me she wants to be known as Angie, and I'm calling her Ange. I dried rosemary sticks. Yeah, I've got rosemary. I've got a whole. I've got a few other things in there, and Locky told me to use dried or eucalyptus leaves, so I've done that. I have sage, I have incense. It's all over place. Angelita.
Angelita.
All right. So, Angie, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask? Why are they saying to me bossy boots? Why are they saying bossy boots to me? Ange. Focus, Angie. Focus. I'm clearing, guys. Yes, I have a question. Yes, I know you will tell me tell us what your question is, but why are they saying to me bossy boots? Somebody is being a bossy boots or you're being a Miss Bossy Boots. Who is it? There is a point that needs to be gotten across to someone. I don't know whether it's you or whether it's somebody else that's being bossy. And in your mind's eye, is somewhere somebody's calling out bossy boots. Miss Bossy Boots. That's what they're saying. Bossy boots. As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing wrong with being bossy. How do I not lose myself in a potential relationship? Okay, Angie, you have to speak up, Angie. You have to speak up and you have to tell them your truth. You have to actually say to them, I feel like I'm making you a priority and not us a priority. You keep forgetting that you're important, right? And I know that I think you are still seeing the same person as what it was last time that I did a reading for you. And I want to, Locky, can you just switch over the comments for me when she comes up?
Yeah.
You can't make him the priority, okay? You can't do that to yourself. This is what happens in they want me to say in your relationship. So your lesson in this is to let the people know that when you're going out with them that you have to be a focus as well. And this is something that's going to be a D&M for you, a deep and meaningful with him, so that he understands that you want to make him a priority, but somehow you lose yourself in the process. And so can he possibly help you out with this by allowing yourself to feel important within the relationship? Is how do I not make him a priority? You make plans for you. You need to start making some plans for the two of you. You need to make plans for just you on your own. When he crosses a boundary of yours, you need to say to him, well, I'm not really sure that that's the way I'd like to do it. Can we try it this way? I want me first and then him. You can both be together. You need to walk side by side, Ange, all right? And it's okay to make him a priority, just so long as you don't lose yourself in that. You need to talk to him. They're telling me that you need to talk to him. You need to tell him these things. You don't want to talk to him about it. I want me first and then him. You need to talk to him and tell him that this is something that you do in a relationship and you don't want it to happen again. Okay? And it's okay, like I said to you before, they're telling me it's okay for you to make him a priority, but just not at the expense of yourself. And when you say you have, how you don't, I'm still picking up that you don't feel like anything's changed. So what I want you to do is I want you to start organizing a few things. All right. I want you to tell him that this is what you're doing. Say to him that, you'd like to invite him out somewhere and you'd like to be kind of in charge of how the evening goes or, where the conversations go, just so long as you can see that you're important. He needs to ask you questions. He needs to ask you lots of questions. He needs to make you a priority. How can he make you a priority? Do you like having your doors open for you when you get out of the car? Do you like to have roses handed to you? Do you like to be wooed for a whole day before you go out at night time? Do you like for him to ask you what is it that you want to watch on the TV at night time? You know, can you do you like to have a cup of tea when you come home, or when he comes to visit you, or you know, when you go out on a picnic? All of those things that make you feel important. You need to speak to him about that, and you need to make sure that it is followed through. If it's not being followed through, then you need to tell him again and again and again until it is part of the normal routine. Does that help you out at all, Angie? I'm glad you talk a lot. That's good. Okay. So just make yourself a priority, okay? Tell him what you like. Tell him what you want to happen. If he's doing something, and I see my guides are coming in. Just tell him that you want to be a priority. Tell him that you want to be important in the relationship, and that's how you do it. You know, that's it. I'm overwhelmed here for a minute, guys. Help me out here. Who's got something for her?
Did you?
I don't. You go. Yeah.
I'm going to take a different route than what Caroline said. I know you're saying that you're standing up and you want to be the priority, and you've had talks about it. I'm seeing it as the way that you are like similar to me. That's the best way I'm to say it so bluntly. I like to have time. I used to like and enjoy things done to perfection. Like to have things done a certain way. It wasn't OCD. It was more like it had to be perfect. But over the years, and you'll probably start to realise, Angelita, that especially if you're doing this sort of spiritual work as well, is that there's no such thing as perfection, in a sense that you can't control things. So sometimes you need to let things roll, let things go with the flow, because when you start to say this is what I want, or this is what I'm wanting to get from you, or this is that kind of thing, you're actually creating blocks in that energy. So it's not gonna flow. It's gonna be working against you. Caroline's right in a lot of ways, but I'm just seeing it in a different perspective. What I'm getting is that you're looking externally to see if you're on the right direction. That's what I was picking up, and it's like you're searching. I wrote down you need to speak up, but I know that you've done that. But you might be speaking up, but are you being heard as well from him? It's not a. When I say control, I don't mean it in a negative way, but it's more perfection. You want perfection, and that's not a bad thing. It just means that you lose that moments, or you lose that flow if you do want to get that perfection. And that's one thing that I had to learn to sort of back away. That's why my hair's messy and all that, because I'm deliberately doing things what I generally wouldn't do, because I need to break myself down a little bit more. So my question is to you, Angelita, is that instead of looking for perfection or having things done a certain way, have you thought about just letting go and just be day to day with your partner and just see how things go? Does he know that you do tarot readings and all that kind of thing as well? Just let me know in the comment section, because I've got a feeling that he might know, but he doesn't really believe in it or follow it or that kind of thing, and that's okay as well. Yeah. I don't want you to. Don't get emotional. See it as a good thing, because sometimes people need to be reassured, and I'm the type of person as well that gets that needs that reinsurance, but it's okay not to receive that, and it's okay not to be perfect, because that's just the way things are. That's just the way that life is not perfect. You know, you can have billions of dollars in your bank account, your life's not going to be perfect. You're going to be, average income, or poor. Nothing's perfect in the world. The only perfection is if you go further up. But my main message is just to go with the flow with him. Pick the moments where he's actually hearing you, when he's actually open. I know he's open to conversation, but when he's actually in a deep and meaningful, deep conversation, and go, "This is what I want." So you'll tell him what you want, but allow it to go deep. You know what I mean? Allow the flow to happen, and don't. It's okay not to have everything done a certain way as well. So it's a good thing. It is a good thing, but yeah, that's just my main message I had to get out to you.
Locky.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, have you finished, Andrew?
Yeah. I was just saying. Yeah. Sorry.
With Ange, I feel like Ange is like what I was just really seeing was Ange before she got into this relationship or started seeing this person or got into this situation. I feel like she was someone that was like, if I get into a relationship, I'm going to be still independent. I'm never going to lose my independence. I'm going to make sure this person loves me and gives me attention, because I feel like maybe you've had relationships where you've been feeling left out and stuff, but I feel
it's a fine balance.
I know. And
yeah,
I feel like you are strong enough mentally to know when something's going to be way out of your comfort zone, and you know when to speak. You're going to be like, okay, this is not me. I need to say something, sort this, or move on. Or there's going to be some things you're going to be like, it's not really worth, insecure. I'm just going to say, for my own example, this is the best way to say it. Insecurities is like, sometimes I sit there and get insecure, but I will keep it to myself, kind of work on my own things. Does that make sense? And try to sort it out. So it's just like trying to different from what is severely going to make you feel like, okay, I don't want to check. Sorry. I feel like Ange, there's a lot of speed. I'm just seeing things being in fast motion. So I'm just seeing things just
yeah. Control.
Speeding in front of me.
Yeah. Control.
So
controlling things.
I know Ange is strong enough to know when something doesn't sit right with her, she knows when to say it. And when something is just like, okay, that kind of bugs me, I can slip in a subtle, hey, that kind of annoyed me, but you can let it slide, but you'll know when sorry. I feel like you always mentally hit this blank wall with not knowing what to do. Does that make sense? I'm lost. I don't know what to do. Hit this brick wall and just lost and don't know what to do. I don't know if I just feel like I keep hitting this wall and get confused and feel everything's up in the air. I'm not too sure. Just keep hitting this brick wall.
It's not going to be, Angie, that it's not going to be the same as what it was before. This is different. All right, this is different. Get it in your head, because I think that's where this confusion is coming from that Locky's picking up on.
It's and that's what I feel like. I know, because it's some things may be similar to what's happened in the past, and then I work out, I overwhelm on it. That's where I hit this wall and just get lost and don't know what to do, whether I should make the right move and go forward or not. I get confused and worked up. Sorry,
it is just, it's different. It feels different, Ange, and what the things that you've gone through in your past were lessons for you. They want you to remember those lessons, and this is what you're doing now. You're actually doing this right now. You're questioning, how do I make myself important in a relationship? How do I make us equal this is what you're doing now, whereas you didn't do that before, okay? This is what you're doing now. So this is a good thing. You're making yourself accountable to you for what happens with your relationship and, you know, where it's going. So just know that, you know, you're being accountable. You're doing all the right things. You have learned very valuable lessons in all your past relationships. You know the ones I'm talking about. You know the one. There are ones that I don't know about, but all of them have led you to here. Right? You are a different person now than what you were a year ago, than what you were 3 years ago. You've come a long way. And yes, you're a huge empath, and they want you to keep those qualities because they're really good to have in a relationship, right? Those empathic qualities they make you who you are. And he loves that about you, okay? And he is not going to take advantage of that. He's not. All right? And if you feel that he's going to take advantage of that, that's when you need to just step in and say, well, hang on, you know, I give so much and I just want to know that I'm being appreciated.
And it's like, it's okay to have caution, but it's also okay to listen to that comforting voice as well, where like, you know, this does feel different, you know, when like this does feel okay, listen to that as well, and don't just throw it off with the random caution feeling you get, you know, at times. Just because I feel she needs to listen more to the comfort feeling she gets as well.
Yep.
And if there are things that, you know, she feels she really needs to speak about it. You don't want things to eat at you and eat at you and eat at you. But, you know, just let things flow. And, you know, I just feel listen to the comfort in the times of feeling doubt and insecure is what I'm going to say. You know, it's like that doubt and insecure. I just want her to know that, like, feel the comfort. Like, this person does appreciate you and does make you, you know, acknowledge you. I pulled the card acknowledge before, and it's like this person does acknowledge you, acknowledge who you are, acknowledge what you do, and acknowledge that you're, what I'm going to say is a bubbly person. Like, I feel like a very bubbly person and can sometimes seem a bit like, the way I'm going to say is like wild in a way at times. And I feel like he's going to accept that and like loves your bubbly and wild personality. Does that make sense? And you're just going to be accepted. Just feel that and know you will know when to speak up. Like, and that's got to be comforting because he's not making you like be quiet. He's not if you go out in the scene, he's not making you be quiet, sitting in a corner, not releasing your personality. You know what? He will encourage you to release your personality. I just see that if you were out, encourage you to, like, you know, let your personality explode. He won't try to hold you back for anything that you want to do. Does that make sense?
Nobody puts baby in the corner. No, nobody does, Miranda. Yeah, you're doing okay. You're doing okay, Ange. Well, which one do you want me to show her? This one. Breathe, breathe, Angie, breathe. They're telling you to breathe through this. And just know that it is, and they're telling you, please, to understand it is not the same as what any of the previous ones were, because I can see the amount of growth that you've gone through. I went from concerned, emotional now to happy. Yes, wonderful. I just pulled another card for you as my dog's barking outside. She's going to get into so much trouble with me. She really is. Okay, so this particular card, I asked about what Angie should do moving forward. And I got this card here called Treasure Island. All right, this card number 9. Here we go. Now we've got both of them outside. And the essential meaning for this card is it's all about the law of attraction, bringing dreams into fruition, the results of positive thinking being manifested, abundance appearing as it is like it's coming from nowhere, financial gains and the sharing of good fortune. So not only are you going to be succeeding in your career, but you're going to be doing this in a relationship as well. Because as a relationship message, it's actually saying to you that, that your relationship is actually a treasure, right? It's a treasure to you, providing even more than you need, but you may not see this right now. No matter how long you've been together, which is not very long, but long enough, you and your partner are always discovering hidden gems about yourselves and each other. Now is a time of discovery. It's as if everything is in sync and everything is new again. Romance blooms. The love is in the air. You can be assured that this partnership will bring you great gifts. Well, I mean, what more of a confirmation can you get from, what the three of us have been saying than this card, which I've just now drawn for you? Oh, really? On an island? Well, there you go. Have a good look at this particular card. It's actually a turtle, I think. Hang on. Yes, it's a turtle. Let me see if I can get it. There we go. It's a turtle with a treasure on his back. So they're saying basically to keep your heart open, all right? And celebrate the love that you've got, because it's going to be worth it. And with that, I'm going to leave you two with this. And Denise Smith is next. I have to go out and tell Charlie off because otherwise she's going to get away with it. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Denise, we're doing Denise Smith if Angie hasn't got anything else to say. Okay, Locky?
Yep. Do you have anything else for Ange?
No, that's pretty much it I had for her, but yeah. I hope I wasn't too brutal, but I was just picking up on her energy at the time. So
yeah. Do you have any? Do you have any other questions, Ange? Let's see. Feels so much later than it is. Hey, do you feel that?
yeah,
Today's been like that.
It's just the daylight savings. That's why. Well, down here anyway.
Oh, yeah, true. Caroline has muted herself. She never can yell though. Have you noticed? She can't seem to yell. She's like tries to yell, Caroline, but then she's all quiet and she's just like, yeah, all innocent.
Karen has muted herself. There might be some. So, Denise, you're here. Yes, I'm here, and I'm happy to wait. Thank you. Any questions?
I just seemed like, and this is weird. For Ange, just like specifically a teardrop of like an angel or something, like angelic guide or something like that. And then I'm just seeing the teardrop of like proudness or something. Like the smile on this guide's strong, but I'm focusing more so on this teardrop of just like purity, more so, I would say. Like, yeah.
Now my mascara is all messed up. Aw, Ange. Aw.
Mm.
That's so cute. You are like that. You've always been like that. So that's a beautiful quality about you. So keep on keeping on. All right, and just make sure that you've always got mascara in your bag. Okay. So who did we get to? Denise.
No, sorry, I'm stuck in
You're
this
still.
zone. I don't know where I'm at. I do, but I just trying to work out what I'm seeing. Sorry.
Is it to do with somebody in the chat, or is it to do with where they're taking you just because they
I'm seeing
can?
this angelic guide crying, but proud crying, and I can't stop staring at it. But when I look closer into the tear, I was like when you gaze through mirrors and stuff like
Yes.
that, or
Yeah.
crystal balls or something like that in the mirror. Like the teardrop had images in it. Like I was looking through a crystal ball, and it was just felt very pure, but also what I'm gonna say salty. That's the best way. You know how I'm not very Christian or anything like that, but it feels like holy water almost, where it's
Yeah.
salty. And that's all I can say.
So,
But I don't
so
know.
maybe she's crying good tears, and she's just they're just washing down over the earth,
And
something like that.
just this pure angelicness. I can't quite, yeah. Salty tears. I know tears are but it's more. I feel like if I was to touch it, it'd be electrocute me from saltiness. Does that make
Yes.
sense?
Yeah.
It feels more salty but
Blessed,
staticky.
blessed tear.
Less, real
Yeah,
bless.
a blessed
Real bless.
tear.
Mm.
That sounds beautiful.
But why would it only show me this part of its face? The just quarter of it, and I can only see half the quarter of the smile, and it won't show me the full figure. And then the tear, and I zoom in on the tear like I would.
You're not meant to see the whole face. You're only meant to pick up the tear.
Okay.
It's crying.
Okay.
Because you probably look at the whole face and not the tear.
Yeah, that's true. That's
You
true.
probably think, wow, aren't you gorgeous? Oh, you've got a tear floating down your face, but not concentrate so much on the tear as the person or the angel that you saw. So maybe the tear was what you were supposed to be focusing on. Could be her higher self. Yeah, but he doesn't know where he's getting it from, Marantha. I think that was just somewhere where he was taken to. But yeah, I also think it's a blessed tear, a blessed tear. Not quite sure who that belongs to. So you don't think it's for Ange?
I got it with Ange. I did when we were just wrapping it up. It was the last.
Oh, okay, all right.
So it very well could be for Ange, but we were also wrapping up. So I don't know if it was because it was just in my head.
Yes. Yeah. Sounds like a kiss from an angel by crying. Oh, that's just beautiful. I'm going to go to bed thinking about that now. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
It's very comforting.
Yeah. Okay, so Denise Smith, we've kind of zoomed away from you there for a little while. So Marilyn, if you'd like a reading, I don't think that I've seen you on my page before, so please go through and like or follow the page. And if you would like to put a donation in, that would be really good. We've been going for a couple of hours now, so we have only got one more at the moment to do. So yeah, pop your donation through. Denise, we're up to Denise. Andrew, I don't think you've read for Denise before. Both of us have read for her. Not that I remember what I've actually read to her about. But yeah. Denise, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask? Followed her. Okay.
Denise, are you reading books still? I'm not too. I feel like you used to in the past. But I just feel like, are you reading books? Like, do you read books? Because like I just feel like I need to smell old. I need to open up an old, dusty book where I can smell the pages. I can smell the book. Like, I need to go to a library or something. I don't know. I want to smell the pages of like an old book, and I feel like it'd be good for Denise to get into reading again. Sorry.
Yes, yes, Kathy, you can.
No, Kindles aren't the same, Denise. I feel like you need what's it called? I just say the vibe, the vibe of reading a book. It's not about it is about the book, but it's also about the way you feel when you read a book. You sit there, I could just be sitting on the lounge, reading a book, or laying in bed reading a book, whatever. But I just see there's something about actually reading the book. I need to turn exactly, and like
she needs to turn the pages.
You need to have a book, and that's what I feel like you should definitely get into that. And not only that, is it keeps your mind doing, like, the way I'm seeing your mind's intricate, works intricately. I don't know how to word
intricately.
Yeah. So she needs that like stimulation where she can read, and I'm gonna say even like crosswords. Is that crosswords, Sudokus? Stuff like that. I'm seeing
Sudoku. I can never say that word.
I'm seeing she needs some things that like kind of challenge her brain, stimulate her brain, with that type of thing. I feel she needs to bring in things like that. It's like learning in a way, but I just see what. No. But like, I just feel your brain needs stimulating of like, your brain needs stimulating in that sense with reading and.
But somebody on a physical level, Locky, is not stimulating her. She's not being stimulated with life. That's what I'm picking up. And the books,
I feel, she needs to
feel things because she's not being stimulated enough in life to feel what you're asking the book to allow her to feel when she flicks the pages and when she does. That's just what I'm picking up from what you said.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna sit back for a bit and let you guys go.
With Denise, initially when I picked up on her was that I'm not sure if she's intuitive or she knows that she's intuitive. I get a sense that she's got a high high vibration energy around her. So it's almost like quartz crystals, it's clear and like a AAA grade quartz. It's clear. It's not going to say shiny, but it's just pure, almost like. Then when I sort of went in a little bit deeper, I picked up the might possibly. I'm not sure she's got children. I think her children are older, but I've got a feeling that maybe in the past there's been some issues or an argument somewhere with the children. I know it happens to a lot of people, but it's leading to the point where she sort of won that argument or overcome that issue, and it's reminding her to remain humble over her victory. So even though she came out the other side past that, it's she had to remain humble and gracious towards that. There's been it's leading to her into sort of this point now that she's in a space now she can create what she wants in her life. I've got a sense that she's a giver, so she gives a lot as well. Financially or whenever someone's in need, she tends to give as much as she can, and she's like she's like that person there that holds the scales, and people come and see her, and she balances out. Okay, well, I'll help you here, I'll help you there, but she's forgetting that she's leaving herself short as well. So the outcome is that she might give and give and give, but it's going to leave her short, and it's going to make her worry about financial stuff. So it could be, she has that worry on the stress in her mind and her heart, and where she is. It's because she's given out so much, and that's part of, I think, the reason why she doesn't like Sudoku and those types of things, is that because of her mind is not analytical like that. She's quite a it's not analytical. She's got a creative mind, and that's where the intuitive part comes from. She has to remember that the outcome's going to be, she might be stretching herself thin financially, or that kind of thing, that because she's given out so much, but there will be that change of energy that will come through for her, and it will just sweep her over. The energy will just changes that outcome for it. But it's up to her to take charge of that. So Denise, you have to try to find that balance between giving, and having something for yourself as well. Because I've got a feeling that you give more than what you expect back, or you give more, but you don't think about yourself. So that's just part of your caring nature. What else are they trying to tell me? Your heart, Denise's heart is like gold. It's like she's got a heart of gold. I can see her being very she can be jovial and a bit of a funny person, but it's more it comes from a caring place as well. But my challenge for Denise, is that even though you're a giver, make sure that you do something for yourself. Because what I'm sort of picking up on is that, later on, so it could be a few months away, it could be a year, that kind of thing, if you give out too much, could be financially or anything like that as well, that you might be stressing for a period of time. It could be a couple of weeks, a couple of months, that kind of thing. But they've shown me that there's going to be that change directly after that. So there's going to be a change of that energy. So just be careful how much you give out. Keep things for yourself as well. Do things for yourself that makes you happy. But that high vibration that you got is from the caring for other people. Is that you give that out to people. That's what makes your heart being like a heart of gold, but it also makes it keeps you in that high vibration as well. What else are they trying to tell me? I'm getting stay focused, stay grounded as well. So I'm not sure where that comes into it. Maybe because you are intuitive, maybe it's easy to get lost in other people, but maybe they're trying to explain to her that, but for her to be grounded, for her to have her feet placed firmly on the ground as well. So that's important as well for her to have. Yes, be be selfish for a change. So it's not being selfish for a change, it's being selfless for yourself. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So she needs to think about herself just a little bit, or give herself a gift, or give herself what she deserves as well. But I'm not sure if Dennis can let me know if there's been a problem or an issue or an argument possibly with one of your oldest children's. Let me know in that comment section, because that's what I was picking up on in the first place. Let me know. Lace up the Sudoku book.
Hey?
Hey?
What? What did you say? What? What? Big time.
Buy yourself a Sudoku. I can't say it.
Sudoku.
Yeah. She's done a good job handling the situation. That's what they show me. Like, they show me this, like she's handled it really well. It worked in her favor, whatever the resolution was, but it's created that space for her now to create what she wants in her life and how she wants to live her life. It opens up the doorways to, okay, well, the landscape now is mine for mine to play with. But don't let you can give, but remember to think about yourself. That's the main thing I was getting. So I hope that helps you, Denise.
So Denise, what I got for you, and Marilyn, I got your donation through GoFundMe. So thank you for that. Right, Denise, I've got a few cards here for you, and one of them, the first one that talks about, it's card number 17. It talks about the fates, and it actually is, the meaning for it is a fate, karma, acceptance, that there are things that you can't change, and knowing that what those things are. So there's an old there's an old prayer that sums that up and says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So there are things in your life that you will never have control over, and the conditions brought on by the evolution of a collective, by nature, or by a past experience may have been fated, preordained by spirit, or for a greater purpose that you can't understand in this lifetime. So what they're saying to you is to just, can you please accept the way things were? Andrew was talking about arguments and things like that perhaps it is going to have to be something that you can't do anything about at this point in time, except to just accept the people the way they are. That doesn't mean that you have to be a part of it. It just means that, acceptance of these other people, and the self-control not to beat the shit out of anyone who caused it. Okay. All right, so they're kind of saying to me, people are who they are, and you can't change them. The challenge is to accept the way they are and not try to make it something that is otherwise. So something that is out of your control, just let it go, because you can't change that, okay? So be very careful about what it is that is happening around you at the moment. There's some things that you can't change. Okay. What else did I write down for you? Andrew was saying something about grounding, and was it Locky, to give back to yourself. They're asking you to make sure that you are important as well, and that you are seen as being important, not only by yourself but other people around you. They're taking advantage of your kind-heartedness, and that needs to stop. Okay. So if you're being lured into an argument, or you're part of that, and you don't feel that you have any control over it, or you don't know what the outcome's going to be, back away from it. Just let them sort it out for themselves, whatever is going on. Okay. I think that would be probably a good thing for you to do. So just surrender to the idea that you can't control what is going on with the other people that are around you. And you don't want to knock them out either. You don't want to hurt them. You don't want to beat the shit out of them, because that's not going to help either. That's just your way of trying to control it. Well, it could be Sonia's, but let's not even go there. Yeah. So. Okay, so that was that card. Then I got card number, where are we? Card number 17. No, card number 52. Sorry, 52, which was a card about mending. It talks about mending. And its essential meaning is forgiveness. It talks about forgiveness. It talks about making amends. It talks about healing after arguments. That is what the meaning in the book says. It talks about healing after arguments. So, if this argument is ongoing, and there is nothing that you can do about it, it's time to heal yourself. Right? It's time to start healing you. Every time we're hurt or allow others to hurt, or just allow that hurt to pass through, but have an understanding that it is trying to teach you something. All right, there's nothing that you can do about it, but just try and get an understanding of what it is that it's trying to teach you. You don't want that burden. You don't need that burden. You've got enough bullshit that goes on without other people's bullshit that goes on with it. All right. Don't let it chain. Don't let it chain you. Don't just step aside. Step away from it. Why are you asking me to tell her that?
Well,
After everything I've just said. Sorry, I'm just talking to my guides. Okay, I'm just going to say what they've said. They're asking you to mend a rift, Denise. So what rift is there that needs to be mended? What needs to be forgiven? After everything I've said about staying away from an argument or doing, or just not getting involved in that argument, what they're saying is that there is a rift that needs to be mended. However that happens for you, it's about healing wounds. It's about letting go of an old hurt. It's about reclaiming your power. So does any of this make sense to you, Denise? Just let me know. Is there a rift of some sort that needs to be mended? I've mended, yeah, okay, you've mended rifts. Okay. But have they're saying to me, is everybody clear on this mending of the rift? Does everybody understand their part in the rift? Does everybody know what part they've played in this? Does everybody understand that the rift has been mended and there's no bad vibes happening from it? It does, but it's working out. Okay, all right. You're kind of saying to me, you've shut your heart down at some point. It's like you've closed your heart down. You've closed it down because it hurt too much. The pain was too much for you, so you've basically shut it down and said, nope, not fucking doing this. Not having it. Not happening. They're just basically talking about, being flexible and having more peace in your life. There's a certain amount of conflict that you've got within yourself that needs to be settled as well. That's exactly how she says it, Caroline. I forgot what that meant. I'm just spouting all of this off, and I don't remember what I've just said. All right, I seriously don't remember what I just said. That's what they've got for you. They're not giving me anything else, Denise. So hopefully the three of us have given you a lot to think about.
I just have one thing I want to say.
Yes.
Is the one thing that I was feeling before. It's like I know that right now there still is, like, I'm going to say, the pestering, annoying sides of things that are going on in life. But I want to say there's been a lot of freedom for you. And I feel like there's spirits around, like, so it's hard when we're family, but I know there's family, like loved ones from that's past that are like, sorry. Okay, I do need, okay, so, okay, I don't want to keep talking about like children and like your children and stuff like that, but I do say I want you to keep putting up your boundaries with things. I want you to keep putting your foot in place and keep, you know, making sure you don't give to your expense is what I'm going to say. But they're also trying to get me to say, look at the freedom that you've got now. Look at it's like the anchor is finally gone and you can do so much freedom right now. I just see so much freedom, and that's just what they want you to really look at in your life right now, is the freedom that you've got at this very moment. And I'm not too sure if you are still on your holidays from work or whatnot, I forget, but I want you to keep knowing, like, once you go back to work, once you get back into the life of things, knowing you've still got freedom. Don't feel trapped from work, don't feel trapped from all that, because you've still got freedom. And that's what they're trying to get you to really focus on, is the freedom that you truly have, if that makes sense. All in the last week, Locky. So yeah, and I know it's like there was a part of me for so long that gave up my like hope, my like beliefs, all of this stuff, but they really want you to bring that back in to, you know, keep moving forward with knowing that you've got freedom now. Like, you know, you can take off and do things you want to do, and don't let work or anything like that make you feel trapped anymore.
Yep. Sounds like pretty good advice.
Yeah. If that makes sense.
It does.
Okay, Denise, do you have any questions before we move on to Kathy Bradley and then Marilyn Lloyd? Just let us know, Denise. That was a fair bit to take on. And if you want to look back at your reading, it's at 2.05, I think it was. So you got a good half hour there. Blows me away sometimes every time I look at the timestamp, and then I look up and think, shit, that was a long one.
And know that, like, you can always have these breaks. It's not the last break you're gonna have. It's not, you know. And now, honestly, now is the time you have all this freedom that you should really take advantage of, and don't just go home and say, that's it. Like, I've had my freedom, and then go back into the rhythm of life for another, 6 years. You need to keep making sure you give yourself these breaks and these freedom, and knowing that you can do this now. There's nothing weighing you down anymore. You can take these steps, and you can have more freedom, because it's been a long time of being weighed down and being stuck, is what I'm being told. But now it's the time to just really enjoy the freedom you got, and know that you don't have to be stuck in the simulation of life. Is that it? Where you just do the same shit every day?
Same shit, different day. Yeah. Ask Andrew if he does that.
Oh, yes. It's boring as that shit.
I walk into the post office sometimes and think to myself, I'm so glad I'm not there anymore. Nothing has changed.
A lot of things, well, they've gotten tighter now. They've come back on a few things. Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Andrew and I used to work together in the post office for many years.
Many years ago.
One in side he was. No, he wasn't. I'm joking.
I was a bit of a pain in the ass with her, but yeah, at the start.
Kathy Bradley, are you here? We are planning the next. Denise says she's planning the next one.
Sweet.
Good.
Because she feels the freedom, I think she can feel that.
Oh my God, I tell you what, if I started doing that, I would not stop. I would just keep going.
That's the thing. I feel like she's just got herself into not a bad addiction, but she's got herself into an addiction of giving herself some time out, which is good. Good. It's good.
There she is, finally. Okay, Kathy, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask? I think, these two, we've got somebody yawning underneath me here at the moment. Andrew, he's not used to doing this many readings all at once. So, but it's been wonderful having you here, Andrew. Don't forget that, and I'm feeling, I think you're a lot more relaxed now about doing your readings than what you were before today even started. So that's a good thing.
It is.
It gets awkward once you've taken a break. Hey, when you sort of take a break for a bit and try to get back into, you're I'm the same today too. It's ooh. You know what I mean?
It's indeed how people they're good, not good at one thing, but their main thing is one particular thing. Like yours might be mediumship.
Yeah.
Much more healing, energy healing. I can understand better. I can understand energy better. I see energy better that way. If that makes sense. But whereas you'll see, use your clairvoyant skills to see. I just see energy forms. I see. I just read the person's energy, and it's like going into a room, eyes closed, but you can feel what's going on. It's like clairsentient and a bit of clairsentient and clear knowing as well. So it's different. So I actually take my energy into their field and just see what's there. Sweet, but thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, I'll let you guys go.
Okay, all right. Hang on a minute. Let me have a read of this first. What are you saying?
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart.
Bye, everyone.
See you later.
Yeah.
Fucking bye, Felicia's.
Keep forgetting it's not daylight savings. I was about to say it's already 11.
But it's good though, isn't it? Because you look at the clock.
It is.
Shit, it's only 10 o'clock. Fuck. Okay, there you go. Okay, so Kathy Bradley, what do you see for me in the coming months?
I instantly seen paperwork, so I feel like Kathy's going to be making some sort of deal or making finalizing something. I do see it as finalizing something. The way it's like I'm signing paperwork, I do see it as a finalizing of some sort. So I do sense that within the next month, it's a lot of organizing and finalizing, if that makes sense.
Well, that would be interesting, Kathy. What paperwork have you got that's coming up for yourself? Who got the wicked witch voice, Kirsty?
I'm not too sure if this is it's not something trying to explain this finalizing something. It doesn't feel like I'm finalizing moving houses or anything, but I do see it's things almost coming to an end and being sorted and processed and when you sign the final paperwork and everything is all done. I see things that Kathy may be working towards all sort of just falling into place and finalizing.
Yep.
If that makes sense.
I changed my voice before. Oh yes, well that's just my work voice. I was just tapping into Andrew because he said something in the background that you can't see in the private chat. He said something. Never mind. Kathy, I've got a card here for you that was drawn, and it's card number 5, and it talks about being, and don't take that the wrong way. It's just, it says orphaned. I don't even know whether you can actually see what the card is. It looks like somebody that's sitting, I don't know what the little red thing on the end of this person's face is, or whether it's even like a bird or something like that, but it looks like it's an orphaned, and its essential meaning is like a sense of loss and an identity crisis, so recognizing that you don't fit in, the need to belong, or uncertain about the places that you've been or the places that you're going to. It talks about, belonging to people and having connections with other people, to families, to society, and to the world itself, basically. And because it says, like this picture, no man is an island. Everybody has to have somebody. It's really important to recognize that you are a part of, rather than separate from, the essential to, and it's essential to your well-being. I've been working on myself and cutting old ties. Okay, all right. That's good. All right. It also says the issue at hand is the need to find where you fit in. So, if you've been cutting old ties, you're going to find yourself looking for a new tribe, so to speak, Kathy. So a new tribe is going to be, once you've let those old cords go, or those old ties goes, you will find yourself, at the moment, you may feel orphaned because of these ties that you're cutting. But you will feel like you will start to integrate into a new tribe of people that resonate more with you. You've made so many transitions over the last, they're telling me 6 months, that that you don't actually fit in with the people that you used to mess around with, the people that you used to go around with, and this is just a transition for you. All right, so go with it. Do exactly what you're doing, because this is your journey. This is your journey to move from one of yourselves to the newer self, which will make you be able to stand more in your power, stand more in your sovereignty. You might be feeling lost. You might be feeling confused. The new tribe will address that feeling, that need to belong. All right. So don't stress too much about that. That's what they're telling me at the moment. They're also telling me that you need more rest. I feel a little bit lightheaded at the moment because I'm not breathing properly, and they're telling me that you need more rest. You're not resting enough. When you sleep, it's a broken sleep, and it doesn't feel like you've been rested for the whole night. So please be careful about that. When you change, or when you shift into a new you need to have that stability of sleep. You need to be able to transition through that, and part of that is making sure that you get the sleep. I have many knives in my back right now from others. Okay. You're moving away from them, all right? You're cutting those ties. Okay. So they're just saying to me that, when you say that you feel like you've got knives in the back of you, in your back at the moment, what the universe is telling you is that they're not your tribe. Okay, this is not the people that you're supposed to be with. So they're moving you because for some reason you didn't want to move. You put up with the shit. You put up with the harsh emotional stress that went with it, and now you've had enough. And they've had to push you to this place in order for you to realize that it's not your tribe. All right. So this is the universe taking care of you, even though it doesn't feel like it. You feel like you're saying that you're constantly being attacked by other people and that you've got knives in your back at the moment. Get away from them. They don't deserve to be in your life. Okay? Move away from them. Find a new tribe. Go the distance. You have a deep knowing already that that these people aren't supposed to be around you anymore. So follow your heart with this. All right. Do not let them strip you of your essence, Kathy. All right. There is a tribe out there that will understand you for who you are. But the people that are around you at the moment don't. Don't put up with the shit anymore. Right? And these old ties that you're cutting, keep cutting them until you don't feel that anymore. I love where I live, but find it very difficult to deal with the negativity. Where you live. Okay, all right. They're saying to me to treat you tenderly at the moment, so they're asking you to make sure that you take care of your needs. And if one of your needs means moving from where you are, then you move from where you are because you're dealing with the negativity. You can't stay in a place where it's negative for you, right? We all know that it's time. Sometimes it's time to move. You'll get that feeling that it's time to move. And even though you may love where you live, the negativity is not helping you at all. It's making it hard to deal with life. Locky, do you have anything for her?
I do believe, like, what I would agree with everything you're saying. It's how everything all the cards are saying as well, what I've got. But I do believe it's all, like, definitely coming to an end where, like, these people will no longer be able to, like, what I'm going to say is attack you like you say they are. Like, I feel they're really, like, sorry, my chest. Sorry, I keep getting that, like, indigestion-y feeling too. But,
maybe you're picking up on Kathy as well.
yeah, yeah. But I feel like with all these people, these emotions, these feelings that are going on, I feel like that's coming to an end very soon. And I do see that, like in out with the old, in with the new. And even though I feel like emotionally it's very hard to cut ties, like with some of the people that you may have to cut ties with. But the main thing they're just showing me is the ending of just all this emotion and the beginning of all this, like, new people, new experiences, new light in life. So I do believe that, like, you are in the transition of getting rid of those toxic energy people around you to allow the new in you. And that's always a tough situation. Like, that's always tough to go through when you have to in with the out, out with the. I'm stuttering too. So I feel like these people may also make it hard for Kathy to, like, speak her truth. Does that make sense?
Yes, it
I'm
does.
not too sure if it's like Kathy just doesn't feel like she can get her voice in, like her words. It's just like nothing's getting across, if that makes sense. But I do see the end of that. And then I do see just new people's. And it's always tough just trying to go through that transition. If you look at the card, I got astonished. And with that, that's just how, when you're like, holy shit, I did not expect these people. I'm going to say I see people entering your life and you're being like, holy shit, I did not expect these amazing people entering my life. So I do see with getting rid of some hard, toxic situations, the mindset of being like, holy shit, it's going to bring, sorry, this, I don't know, does someone, okay, I'm just seeing you talking and someone talking right over above you, every single word you say, like yelling over top of you. And I'm not sure if you have someone that's around you that just likes to speak up above, like over you, but they're just really it's frustrating because it's like I'm trying to finish a sentence, but this person's like, like jumping in every single time I try to open my mouth. So it's like people are trying to speak for Kathy. I'm not too sure, but it's like, okay, so I do sense that you're going to be able to speak more freely and like not feel stuttered. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm stuttering and I can't get my words across. I feel you're going to be able to really get your words across. And I just sense a lot of new people coming in, just giving you more of the comfort, you know, that you need of just where I feel like right now conversation doesn't even flow freely. Sorry, is what I'm going to say. Because the energy just feels so off. But then I see all these new people coming in with this energy that flows freely. We can speak freely. And like, you know, it's so hard to speak her truth at the moment, but I see it happening.
Marilyn, yours is next.
Yeah.
We're probably going to be winding up after your reading, Marilyn. So you know it won't be long away. We're just about finished with Kathy.
So I just see.
It's like living in
a kindergarten school. That is so true, so true. You could be speaking, but like they're so loud, they override your voice, you know. But I just sense. See, I'm clearing my throat. So okay,
Yeah.
I just got ready. Okay, clear your throat and get ready to speak because you're about to get that freedom to speak and that flow to speak.
Finding her new tribe.
Pardon?
Finding her new tribe.
Yes, definitely.
Kathy, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask before we start with Marilyn's? Typo May. Marilyn, unless you want to wait until next Friday, it's up to you, but just let us know. We're just about ready to start yours. Love relationship. Are you in a relationship at the moment, Kathy? I have 10 minutes. We won't be finished your reading in 10 minutes, Marilyn, so what do you want to do? She's in a relationship. Okay. Is your person one of these people that won't let you speak? Or are they supportive of you? Because you've got the Strength card here. You can wait. Okay, all right then. What does no mean? He's not supportive, or you just have to let me know what that means with the no. Is he one of the people that won't let you speak? You talk. Okay, all right. I'm not really getting anything on the relationship front, Kathy. I've got the Wheel of the Year card, which tells me that, you know, everything's fairly much in balance there, and that there's not really anything that can. I don't know.
I think the card that I got was Brave, and with this, I feel being like taking that step she needs to take to get rid of that toxic sides of things in life. It's going to also increase the love life, the relationship. You know, it's going to help that grow and expand even more, and just feel more. I see. I just see you taking steps to keep bringing as much positivity and happiness to clear out that negative, that toxicity energy that's in your life will just seriously bring that like energy, the sweetness. I'm just getting a lot of sweetness when you clear that toxicness.
If you've got, yeah, but if you're not saying anything bad, why would you be worried about them talking behind your back? You just need to just have the courage. I think this may be what this strength card is all about. Just the courage to step up and be yourself, be who you are meant to be, Kathy. Was it you that said that you were an empath before, or was that somebody else? I can't remember. I think it was you that said you're an empath. So, sometimes empaths have find it difficult to speak their truth. So I want you to use a bit of, when you're saying that you're afraid that people are watching you and talking to you, talking about you behind your back. What could they possibly say about you, Kathy, that isn't nice? If you have, a good nature about you, why would you be worried that they're talking about you behind your back? And if they do talk about you behind your back, perhaps it's because they're envious of you, right? I don't think it's a bad thing. So, I get the feeling that when you feel like you're being spoken about behind your back, that you're always looking for people to see if they're talking about you. When they look at you and then they all of a sudden turn away and start talking to somebody, you actually think that they're talking about you. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. All right. So find the courage to step up and be who you are. All right. Find this lioness, find that person, find that strength within you to stand up. And I don't want you to look around the room, because that's what we empaths do. I don't want you to look around the room to see if they're talking about you. I want you to just do me a favor. He feels the same way. Just do me a favor. If you're living in this community, it is a community of older people, and sometimes, yes, they do have a tendency to gossip. I could probably see that. But what I want you to do is, I want you to gather yourself for 10 minutes and walk into a room for 10 minutes and talk to your husband, your partner. But I do not want you to look around the room. And if you can't do it for 10 minutes, do it for 5. But don't look around the room. Just talk between yourselves. And if somebody waves and says hello to you, just, hi, how are you? But don't look around the room to see who's gossiping.
And I want to say, if people are gossiping, I just seen my eye, like one eye go blind. And when when that happened, I was like, they only see half of what's going on. They don't see the full thing, the full picture. They have no right to be judging from just whatever they feel they can see, whatever,
and that's their lesson.
Yeah, that's their lesson. Know that you're the person with clear vision on your situation and your relationship, and know that only you can kind of judge the situation, and only you have both eyes clear open in this, and know that people's judgment is just half-ass bullshit, that like they can kind of just deal with themselves, as long as you are making sure you are happy and you are content and that you and your partner are happy and safe, then that's all that matters. Like those gossip,
yes, just
whatever,
just keep moving.
Think of it like an iceberg. Like you only see the tip and then there's all that underneath. Like that's the situation. There's more to you both than people's judgment, half-assed visions, of who you are and who you are as a couple. Like, they're just, they can't judge from only knowing half of what they see.
You were getting ready to let him go. Who? Your partner?
I feel that, like, I was gonna say, I do feel there was that, like, this chaos or something that's happened, but as long as you both have worked through that, you both feel mentally happy, like you both, are mentally happy and content with each other. Like, as long as you feel that you have worked through this, other people don't have a say. You know what I mean? As long as you feel you have worked through this and it's resolved to the way you feel you wanted it to resolve to, like, because exactly. And that's another thing, is a lot of people like will have friends that just get in people's ears about their relationship, and then it ruins people's relationships together. It's an independent thing that I think,
So
as long as, sorry.
no, that's okay. So have I got it right in it's saying, Kathy, that you were about to let him go because people got in your ear and they were talking about you behind your back? Is that one of the reasons why you were just about to let him go? Just let me know, because they should not have that amount of power in your life. Okay.
Yeah.
Do not give your power away to other people. All right? Don't. Sorry, Locky, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just
No,
needed
but
to.
it's true though, because
Yeah.
people like to get into people's relationships, and some people take it on board, and it really affects a relationship. But once again, those people only have half vision of the relationship. They've outsider views on it all. As long as as long as you are happy and content, and things have sorted, like, those people shouldn't have an opinion. We're both being attacked. Mm.
Both being attacked. I think for the time being, my guides are saying to me that the two of you need to protect each other.
Mm.
Right? You need to protect each other. You need to shelter each other from the other people. You need to also show your strength, because it's a matter, and it works the same with young kids as it does with older people. What they're doing is dividing and conquering, all right? And that's what kids do. They divide and conquer. They do that with their parents. Like, my mum said this, and and they said that I could have that apple or that lolly, and now you're telling me that my dad said I could have the lolly, and then you give them one because you expect that they're telling the truth. It's divide and conquer. Right, so you need to protect each other from that. Do not give your power over to people that don't know what is going on. And if you need to, just stay away from it for a little while. No, you're not going away just because the lightning's there. Sonia? He does that. I won't let them win, but it's so hard. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, and if you're in a community, that's even harder. If it were me, I'd be going up to the person that I thought was the ringleader, and I'd be saying something to them. But that's just who I am. Hi, Jamie. So yeah, if you're capable of doing something like that, Kathy, then please, by all means, do. Go and sort out who it is that's doing all this and starting all this. But if you can't, just protect each other.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I said, like, used to protect it, use both as much as possible, if that makes sense. Like, yeah. I see how, like, so much chaos and, like, chit chat from other people can seriously get into your head and make you think all these things. But, like, I just feel the best way to do is whenever you feel someone getting into your head, like someone's words and someone's, I feel like I'm going to say complaining almost, because I feel like it's them complaining or bickering or whinging. Whenever people come to, sorry, I just see full stop. Whenever you do it, feel someone's getting into your energy, full stop. Like, put your hands up, do not allow it. That, like, stop it, I don't like it. That's how I'm seeing it. Like, full stop to that situation, just palm up, block, like,
and give it back to them. Like, if they're doing it in front of you, you give it back to them and say, why are you doing this? You've got to give it back. Don't let them do it.
Send it back to their way.
Yeah. Yeah, send it back to them, say it back to them, do whatever you need to do, give them back their energy, but you just need to stay within your, stay in your space. Just give it back to them. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Christine. Okay, that's about all I've got for Kathy. We've got Marilyn up next. So Marilyn, just let us know that you're here. Jealousy. Well, let them be jealous, but
Mhm.
as I said before, if they're doing it in front of you or they're doing it to you, you just need to give it back to them and just gently say, I don't understand why you're doing this. Am I missing a point here somewhere? Can you just let me know why you said that? I need to understand what you're doing here. And if they say, oh, well, we don't like your husband or something like that, just say, well, why? What has he done to you to hurt you? Do you think that he's, and I know he's not. Is he, do you think that he's mistreating me? Do you think that he's, not allowing me to be me? What is it? Tell me what you feel is going on in our relationship. Because at the moment, you're giving them power, and I want you to take that back by giving it back to them and making them explain themselves to you. Okay, so Marilyn, where are you, darling? Okay, so we're going to do you next, Marilyn. They want him. All of them are women. Oh, so that's what you meant by jealousy before. Oh, let him crawl. Let them crawl. You're the one that takes him home, honey. Yeah. Yeah. You're the one that takes him home. Okay, Kathy, we've got to move on to the next reading. So thank you so much for allowing us into your space. And please let us know how you go. Okay? The love and light to you again. And thank you for your donation.
Thank you. I see like a lot of good coming though still, even though there's all this shit. There is this like sense of like karma energy and freedom within all this. So I do see it will die down. It's just getting through this
Yes.
time.
But as Locky said before, put the hand up and say, no, this is not happening anymore. You are the ones that are in control. You take your control back. Don't allow them to have it. Simple. Well, it's not simple, but that's what we're saying to you. Time, yes, time. You're supposed to be enjoying yourselves. All right. Okay, so Marilyn, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask? Marilyn.
I'll be back in 2 seconds. Sorry.
Yeah, huh?
Just going to the bathroom.
Okay. Marilyn, are there any questions that you'd like to ask? Are you in a relationship at the moment, Marilyn? Yeah, we're just about finished, Milo. So you're in a relationship and you want to know about love and money. Okay, so the cards that I've got here at the moment are telling me that you're dealing with something pretty heavy. Just let me know if that is the case, Marilyn. It feels like there is a lack of sleep happening here for you, Marilyn. I'm just picking up that you are suffering from what I call a broken heart, that you've been hurting for some time and all you want to do is for it to stop. I get the impression that if you're in this relationship that you may not want to stay in it. And that you have a decision that you need to make about it. It's like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders through this relationship. And the reason that you're concerned about money is because you're not sure what would happen if you left the relationship. Just let me know and I'll wait for you. Okay, all right. Okay, so okay. Marilyn, if you leave this relationship, I just want you to know that you're not going to be left on your own. Okay, you will be on your own for a little while because you need to get to know who you are again. But there is somebody that the universe is organizing to come in for you, and they're not going to be like the person that you have been with at the moment. I'm picking up that this person he's the sort of person that I wouldn't tolerate. Okay, so whoever this person is that you're in a relationship with is kind of stunting your growth, is what they're telling me. This new guy is coming to you, all right? But you have to deal with this first. You have to deal with your broken heart. You have to deal with the shit that I feel that you've been put through with this person. Just let me know if this is resonating, Marilyn. All
Really
you
feel
want
for her.
peace, hey?
I really feel for her at the moment. Like I can sense like
Yeah.
the disappointment she may have, where it's like, oh, you know what I mean? That
Just want this to stop. Okay, so I understand about the financial issue for you if you're worried about what will happen to you if you leave this relationship. But what the other thing to consider is you cannot stay in a relationship that isn't helping you, isn't that where you don't feel loved. If you they keep giving me this word narcissistic behavior. They keep giving me that it's an unequal relationship and that you're being used because you're a beautiful person, and this is just not okay. And no amount of the finance or money is going to fix this. You need to make a decision for yourself, and in making a decision, I guess, Marilyn, what I'm trying to say to you here is if you feel that the relationship is coming to an end, it's time for you to start making sure that your finances are in order enough for you to feel a little bit more secure than what you do at the moment without it. It feels like you would have nothing. I have a baby. She will be hurt. No.
do you know what is more important to any child is knowing that their mum is purely content and happy and being treated the way that they deserve. And I think you aren't being treated the way you deserve is how I feel. I feel like I need to be blunt with that, saying, but I just want to say, like, your daughter would. Sorry, I keep saying daughter. Do you have a girl? Or if not, I see a girl energy, like a little daughter or something around you. So I just feel that no matter what, there's no better feeling than seeing your parent being looked after. You know what I mean? And like, even yourself. Sorry, that's tricky. This situation, I feel for her. Like,
well, yeah, it is tricky. Absolutely, it's tricky. I have, many years ago, I was in that same situation where you're confronted with, well, do I leave or do I stay? What do I do here? Because if I stay, I'm not going to be happy, and my kids are just going to be, they're going to be so unhappy. What do I do? And back then, I didn't have the knowledge that I have now. So what I want to impart on you, Marilyn, if you haven't already, if you're not in a spiritual mindset at the moment, what I want to say to you is that your child chose you and chose her father. All right, your child chose the two of you to come to learn her life lessons, and part of her life lessons was to be a part of your family, the way it is, the way it works out, the where it's going to, the whys of it. You are going to be your child's rock through all of this. Right? But you can't be a rock that's been split into three pieces for her, because you're not going to be able to help her with that. Right? So you need to be happy within yourself. And if that means leaving the relationship, it doesn't mean that she's not going to be not going to have a father, because she will always have a father. Right? She's always going to be there. He's always going to be there. You're just not living together. That doesn't mean that he can't love her. It just means that you're going to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they keep spitting this narcissistic behaviors out at me. So can you just tell me, can you just confirm whether or not he has a narcissistic tendency, Marilyn?
It's almost like, I feel like making her feel guilty or bad.
Yeah.
Does that make it about like something she shouldn't feel
Never
guilty or
his
bad
fault.
about?
It's never his fault. It's always your fault, Marilyn.
I'm married, yeah.
Yeah,
See,
but
that makes it also.
What do you mean? Okay, so I want you to look the word up on the internet as well, Marilyn. It feels like to me that he's always blaming you, and he makes you feel emotionally responsible for things that he does, and he's saying that you're the one that's causing all these issues. He never takes responsibility for the things that he does wrong. He always sees you as the monster. He doesn't see himself as ever doing anything wrong. He draws you in, he draws you out. He pulls you in, he pulls you away. He's there one minute and next minute he's not there. He tells you he loves you, but you don't feel it. All of that type of thing. They're all narcissistic traits.
I just keep getting told. Sorry, I got like tears in my eyes. So I do feel it's caused her a lot of emotion. Does that make sense? And the one thing, it's like, I feel that you can be such a strong, independent woman, like woman. Sorry, you can be so strong and independent, and you can like own the world, own yourself, own who you are. But it's like right now I do sense that it's been like dragged down in that sense. And I feel if you were to like leave, I do see a lot of growth of you becoming independent. I got the card Amazed, and it's just, you'll be amazed at how strong you stand in yourself if you were to leave. I'm seeing just how strong, and like looking at yourself, being so proud of yourself, feeling good about yourself. Sorry. I just see her being so independent and content within herself, looking in the mirror and thinking, fuck yeah, I look good, I feel good, I'm about to go get the world today, and that's where I feel you will get, and you'll be amazed at how strong you are as a person if once all this was to be over. And I feel like you'd be thankful for the growth that this situation has given you. And so will your daughter. I feel it's like, as hard as it is to have parents split up and everything, I do sense that the best thing is seeing happiness within parents being truly happiness.
Marilyn, you're talking about somebody else that you've been involved with during your marriage. I don't really care. The heart wants what it wants. So I'm not judging at all here. Are you saying, you said before, what about the girl who I feel for? I don't have any issues with that, because there was a space that was being created in your marriage for this person to come in, all right? And you're being asked to make a decision about that. What they don't want you to do is make a decision based on the fact that you have somebody else to go to. What they want you to do is make the decision, do I belong in this relationship with my partner that I have now, your husband, because I love him, or do I step out of this relationship because it's the best one for me? Now, you cannot make a decision to leave a relationship because you know you've got somebody else waiting for you, right? You have to make it because this is what's right for you, not because you've got somebody else waiting for you. Having said that, this beautiful card came up for you. All right. So after this broken heart, I see in about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe within the next year, that it's going to turn into this. But before this comes in, this is going to happen for you. All right. This usually talks about a little bit of a financial struggle. You're not going to be left without, Marilyn, because you have to start paying attention to your financial needs first. But just make sure that you make the decision for the right reasons, and there is no rush here. All right. So just make sure that you pay attention to why you're leaving the relationship. If you got involved, as I said before, I'm not the sort of person to judge, but if you got involved with this particular person, there was a space that was created for this person to come in. But are you making the decision to leave your partner because he's being a narcissistic shit? And you need to leave because you don't love him anymore, and you will be okay on your own. Because if this person that you're with at the moment, this other lady that you're with at the moment, if she decides that she doesn't want to be a part of this, you've still got to be okay with the fact that you've left your relationship. That is an absolute must. So make sure. Yeah. Make sure. But I'm seeing full steam ahead for you.
Mm-hmm.
Full steam ahead. Once you've made that decision, once you've made that decision, this is what's going to happen. This is a chariot. This is moving forward. Moving forward, and it's a positive thing. Do you
see
think
a lot of strong and independent energy for you as well, and being really independent and strong and loving yourself? So I do see that will come when,
which is what you said before too, about being independent. And I've just put 2 and 2 together. That statement that you've made about being strong and independent is because she can do it on her own.
Yeah.
Doesn't need another person there to do it.
Marilyn, and doing it on your own, you end up loving yourself more. Like,
right.
You have more space to love yourself. And
Can you just explain what you mean by will she come back? Are you telling me that she's not there at the moment? They're actually telling me, wind this up, Caroline, wind this up. She's got a lot to think about. No, she's not. She's not there at the moment, or, sorry, I'm a bit confused now. We got into it. We got into it. So does that mean that you had a great big Barney or a fight or something? We got into it. Okay, so perhaps you got into it, perhaps you got into a fight, perhaps you're not with each other at the moment because you need to make this decision for yourself.
I think once the air is clearer, is what I'm going to say, that's when it will give more space for her and
Yeah.
you to be able to make that connection again and see where things go again. It just needs to be, I feel like there needs to be more of a set goal future with yourself. Does that make sense, on where you want to be? Does it make sense? Before like that picks back up again, if that makes sense.
Okay, Marilyn, do you have any other questions that you'd like to ask before we wrap your reading up? You will have a good bond with somebody. It doesn't matter whether it's this person or whether it's another person. You will have a good bond with that person. No, ma'am. Okay, all right. I'd love to see you here again, Marilyn.
Please do the best you can to get a good night's sleep too. Just really, like lavender in your room, or just like a nice smell that just helps you go to sleep and relax you. Just try to surround yourself or do something to help you sleep. Yeah.
Marilyn, I'm not sure that you've actually, I can't see that you've put in a follow on my page, but if you want to come back, just follow the page and follow Locky's page. However, I don't have Locky's page up here at the moment, so apologies for that. I will try because I think about her a lot. Yeah. I need you to think about, you did follow. Okay, I can't see you anywhere here. Just put a like on top of the live here, like a love heart or something at the top or in the bio, and if I can't find you, it will just alert me to the fact that you haven't, and I'll send an invite for you. All right then. Okay. Just make sure that you put yourself first, all right, and make sure that you leave the relationship, the one that you're in with your partner or the father of your baby. Make sure that you're leaving for the right reasons, not because you've got somebody waiting.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Mm.
And there's no rush. You're okay to
feel
what you feel and make sure you have the right plan and decision before you do it. So, yeah.
All right, Marilyn and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for your donations, people. They are appreciated. See ya. Okay. Just take care of yourself, Marilyn, all right? We are going to end the live now, so I just wanted to thank everybody, and thank you, Locky. First time in about 3 weeks or a month that we've worked together, and it's always good having you back here.
It's been good. It's been good. It feels weird getting back into it, but it's gonna be good. Be good.
Yeah, well, you see, you're just like normal Locky to me. Nothing's changed.
No.
No, not at all.
Sweet.
All right, guys.
We're
going to go now. Love and light, and have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Just take care.
Have a good Easter.
Okay,
everyone who celebrates.
Yes. Happy Easter. Good night.
Good night, everyone.